Broadcasting live from the cottage studio, or whatever the heck I want to call it. So you can check out the website, thehohoshow.com. You can follow me on Twitter. You can email me, hoho@thehohoshow.com. You can check out my YouTube channel and find me on Facebook. Telephone number, as always, 217, man, I hope that works, 217-987-4405 if you want to call me part of the show. Proud member of Weaponized Sloth Productions. So welcome to the Ho-Ho Show, and as always, I am your host,
Ho-Ho. Oh, hell yes.
All right, guys. Well, I am joined in studio by the co-host of the Machine Radio Show, and also he is starting his own show, the Green Dragons Inn. I had to remember the name. Welcome, Ray. There we go.
What?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Who am I?
Welcome, Matt. God damn it. He was just here. What
yeah, he was just here.
Come on. Oh, hell.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's try this out. All right.
What are we trying out?
See if I can get a password to work. Shit. That's
Uh-oh.
not it.
Enhance. Maybe.
I think that was the right one.
Yep.
Yes, it was the right one. See, that's what happens. Move. Thank you. Move. Thank you. Move. Okay. All right. So that's what happens whenever you haven't done a show in like 3 freaking weeks. That's exactly what happens. So, yes, I am in the new studio. I tell you what, so much more room in this one than the other one. It is quite nice. Speckled walls everywhere. It's kind of speckled, except for like right over here. You know, there's no speckled walls over here. You know, right there behind. Shit. Good times, good times. And I'll tell you what, I have just gotten here. We've only been here for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe. Hell, I don't know. And I already have a poop story. I told you about that, didn't I?
Yes, because we showed up shortly later on afterwards.
Yeah.
And you're like, guess what?
I shit myself. So yeah, I'm sitting down in a chair, and I was in the dining room, and I'm just sitting, just chilling, enjoying myself, you know, good times, loving life, and I gambled on a fart, and I lost. And good morning, Mr. Howard. I am a lazy punk. Yes, I am very much a lazy punk. I haven't done jack like all week. Very awesome. But, so yes. Crap. Did that even go? Nope. There we go. Okay. But yeah, so I'm just sitting there, minding my own business, gambled on a fart, completely lost. It was horrible. And I'm like, ooh. And I got up real quick after it was a, and then a little, you know, juiciness at the end, you know. And I'm like, ooh. Got up real quick, waddled to the bathroom. There wasn't walking. I was afraid to like walk because I was afraid something might come out. You know, it was a very bad deal. So I waddled into the bathroom, and I'm like, you know, I'm just throwing this away. So I did. I just threw the underbritches away, and everything was contained in the underbritches, so it was all right, you know. Yeah.
It's like, guess what, guys? I already initiated the house.
Not only did I fart, not only did I have to use the toilet, I shit myself. It was a good time. So if you ever have an opportunity to do that, just don't. Just don't. It's not worth it, guys. It's really not. Yeah. So, you know, and that actually brings me to the first topic I was wanting to talk about today.
And that is
poop. Actually, I seen the headline, and it was absolutely hilarious. This headline comes from Inverse. Poop transplants can treat severe cases of diarrhea, say scientists. I shit you not.
I don't know if I want somebody else's poo transplanted into me.
You know, I don't see how that can be sanitary.
I know, right?
Yeah. That was absolutely, I seen that, and I'm just like, you know, it popped up. I was thinking about my poop story, and it was just, you know, I seen that, you know, headline, and I'm just, wow. I have got to tell people about this one. That's just an amazing thing. So yeah, I'm liking the new studio, though. It's pretty awesome. It's definitely better than the other one.
It's a lot more roomier.
Yeah. I can actually set my lights up how they're needing to be set up, and it's obviously brighter than hell in here. Oh my God.
Oh, I know. When you were doing test runs earlier, and I just happened to glance in, and it's like, man, it's brighter in here.
Yeah, it was holy cow. I mean, I had to change the gain on the cameras, like from 165 down to 40.
Oh, wow.
That is the difference in the brightness in this room because of the walls and the ceilings, and it's just holy crap. I mean, it's like 12-foot ceilings.
Yeah, I would say they're 12 foot.
I know I ain't jumping up there and touching them. That's for darn sure. That's like way up there. And Ray, and if you're watching her, and he pointed out that it looks like Smurfs were, you know, very horribly murdered in this room because it's the paint job is speckled. You know, it's some blue speckles in here, and as you can see behind me, some, just right. Oh wait, nope, wrong side of the wall. It's just it's speckledness. Except for this spot, there used to be a door right there. Apparently, there's no longer there. So yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's been a lot of moving this week, a lot of different crap, and then I had a tree land in the backyard. There's more crap for me to do. I hate that. I'm very surprised and happy that I didn't end up losing the power, because it hit the phone line, which was right underneath the power, or the power cable.
That would have been bad if it would have took it out.
That would have sucked. But it missed everything, so it was very, very cool. So yeah.
Could you imagine being out there grilling when that thing cut loose? That would have been a horrifying experience.
I'm pretty sure I'd have shit myself. It didn't actually. Well, how you doing? Oh, well, fine. I won't talk to you anyway. Oh, okay. Well, fine. What? Oh, okay. You're being quiet. You have no boulder holster? What?
She's like, shut up.
Hi. Love you. Oh, I'm getting evil eyes right now. All right, well, guys, since I have done all that, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we're going to dive into the news portion of this, and I got to get a refill on my drinkage. So, just a couple minutes. Let me actually go to the right page. What song should I start off with? Let's do that one. All right, so just a couple minutes, guys, and I will be right back. Nope, that's not it. Nope, there it is.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'm back.
All right, and we're back. There we go. Holy crap. So I just let that time keep on ticking by and whatnot. I hate it whenever that happens. Welcome, everybody. I saw you shake. I just saw you shake head. Yeah, probably. All right, welcome back, everybody. Oh, Mr. Gavin Vacker's on YouTube watching from the other,
is he?
Yep, from
That's
the other
awesome.
room. Hello, Munchkin. Oh, here he comes. Yep. Hi. Yeah. Awesome. The boy cracks me up. Speaking of, okay, Gavin, here you go. The moment you've been wanting me to do. I'm going to tell you guys about what we did last night. Well, he doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't
you tell
know.
him? Okay,
No.
yeah. So now, did I go take a shower or what was I doing?
I don't know. I think you went in the bathroom.
Okay. Well, I did something. I left to do something. I think I might have taken a shower. I don't 100% remember.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And this little guy, he starts watching a TV show on Netflix. He watched and turned on Skin Wars.
To be fair, I told him he could watch it.
Yeah.
Skin Wars. What is Skin Wars?
They do body painting on people.
Oh, okay.
Look it up
Yeah.
for you.
You know, when they are without apparel.
Yeah, but they cover everything up.
Yeah.
They
With
cover-
paint?
No.
No.
They put these circle tape things on their
Yeah.
nipples. It's nude. And they always have tight.
It so did not look like they had anything on the nips because, after I caught him watching, I had to see what it was he was viewing. And I'm like, man, I can't let you watch this. I mean, you got good taste. I mean, I can't, it's a good job, son. And we had to change it.
I told him he could.
Well, I didn't know.
Now, there
And he-
were a few seasons on TV that it was kind of like Sci-Fi Channel's Face Off.
Yeah.
But they were doing body paint.
That's like Skin Wars.
That's what Skin Wars is.
I don't think it's called Skin Wars though. But see, on TV they have to
cover
edit.
up a lot more.
Yeah, they have to cover up a lot more. But being on Netflix, I don't know how much they get away with a little bit more on
Well,
Netflix.
heck yeah, they do because it's. I believe it's a Netflix original series. But
Yeah.
I mean, I watched that one that you're talking about on TV, and I liked it. I thought it was a pretty awesome show. Crap! You know what I forgot to do, guys? Hold on, I got you. I got this. There it is. See? Look at that. I forgot to have the other camera view up.
Dude, I was happy.
Yeah,
you want me to-
Yeah, we got invaded.
Yes, we did. We got invaded. I would say Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but it was a good show from back in the day. What?
What is it, man?
Look at your foot.
Oh, well, hello, people there in Mixer. Hey, and by the way, welcome Spreaker, welcome YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and Mixer, and Twitch. Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch. Not much, guys. He's asking, what is up? Not much. Same old stuff. Pretty awesome. But let's see here. Now that I have, talked about your son. I've seen a few articles talking about schools, and back in our day, the education system was a lot different. This was the Department of Education had just got, started. Steve said no one wanted to see them too anyway. That's funny.
Well, I don't want to see you either.
Be nice. Anyway, but yeah, the Department of Education just gotten started in 1978, I believe, and they were really changing a lot of things over. I graduated in '97. Yeah, yes, I am.
You have to think about that.
I did. I had to think about that. It's been a few. I've slept since then. It's been a few days ago, but
And I graduated in '94.
that was the same year my brother graduated.
Yes.
Huh?
Are you sure it's days? It's
Maybe.
years.
couple days ago, you know. But anyway, you know, back in our day, you know, there was still, you know, you said the Pledge of Allegiance every morning.
Oh, you should
You know, you had, let's see, when I was in elementary school, there was still, you know, corporal punishment.
Yeah.
You know, the prince, if you misbehaved bad enough, the principal and, you know, even teachers could, you know, corporal punish.
Yep.
You know, and that was the thing back then. Still allowed prayer in school, and you can't see me. But, you know, things were a lot different back in our day, you know, and respect was one of them things that was a part of it, you know. But one of the things that, you know, reading some of these articles, it definitely, you know, just kind of reminded me of how things were more or less back then, you know. But one of the articles that I read back in 1956, this is actually kind of spiffy. Let me go ahead and click on this article and find it again. Yeah, here we go. See, look at that picture. Oh, that picture was awesome. You know, the kids are like, the look on their faces are of amazement and whatnot. But the headline said, portrait of school kids learning firearm safety in rural Indiana, 1956. So yes, that goes back a few years and definitely before my time. But that's one of the things that they taught in the schools was firearm safety. You know, it's kind of one of the things that's like, okay, what's the whole point of education? You know, it's to teach you how to learn. It's to teach you how you learn, because everybody learns different, you know. It's to prepare you for the workplace.
Yeah.
You know, and for life. Well, guns are a big part of that. And back in the day, they taught gun safety. You know, I mean, they still have, in some places, firearm tournaments, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and definitely in the, I forget what state was that there was a gal that, what was that? A gal was, I hate stupid pop-up ads. Ooh, another grill. Check that out. Nice sale on a grill. Anyway, you know, but, yeah, it was one of the things that they were talking about, you know, closing that down and stop doing the, you know, because people were throwing a fit about, you know, the firearm shooting tournaments that she was going into, and she was basically standing up like, hey, no, this is about way more than just guns. Guns are not a bad thing. It teaches you firearm safety. It teaches you to be responsible. It teaches you all kinds of things, and in which case, why is this a bad thing? You know? So, yeah, why is this a bad thing? I have no idea.
I wish I could be taught that.
You will be by us.
Yeah, but in school you don't get taught that
Oh,
anymore.
Pana Junior High teaches hunter safety course. Well, that's awesome. That's cool. I did not know that. I know in the junior high they used to do archery and whatnot, which is something they would never let, you know, people do anymore. Archery.
Yeah, archery's not taught
I don't
anymore.
think they do that anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, because
but-
I remember taking it in junior high.
Yeah, that I mean, they taught you that kind of stuff, you know. And so there's a bunch of stuff going on in the education system, you know, and pretty much anymore, it seems as though you have, you know, the teachers are teaching, you know, liberalism. They're taking a lot of things out of the history classes, you know, the truth behind different things, you know, the things about World War II, things about, you know, our founding, the Revolutionary War, you know, quite a few different things. They are, you know, totally changing how they teach it, taking a lot of things out, even with like Abraham Lincoln, you know, I mean, he was a president. He wrote the Gettysburg Address, the Emancipation Proclamation, and that's about the extent of what they teach on his presidency. That's pretty well it.
3 sons.
They don't teach that, though. They give you a highlight reel, and that's about the extent of it.
There's just so much more that man did.
Oh, yeah. You know, and that's not the only, you know, let's look with World War II and World War I. I mean, they are now going to change history to where it is a chapter in civics or in a different class. I forget what it is, but it's going to be a chapter that you cover. To cover all of American history is going to be one chapter in a different course, which is really, you can't teach that in one chapter. Way too much history in this nation has happened, you know? It's just, but yeah. So that's why a lot of teachers or a lot of parents are talking about homeschooling, you know. And one of the things that I know whenever this was coming up for, you know, that was largely talked about, and this was a handful of years ago, that one of the things that they were talking about was making it to where, and I don't know if this was limited to, you know, just Illinois or if this was a federal thing that they were talking about. I'm really not completely sure on that. I don't remember. It's been way too long ago. But they were talking about if a parent wanted to homeschool their kids, they had to have an associate's degree in teaching. And of which case, okay, you may not be sending your children to a liberal, you know, agenda teaching, you know, brainwashing school, but you have to go to one before you can teach your kids. And of which case it's like, in a matter of speaking, what's the point? I mean, if you have, because they get teacher's guides, they get a lot of other things, you know, it's, why are you forcing parents to do that just to do the other? And it looks like homeschooling is really, really going up. A lot more people are doing it now. And so, I mean, that really leads me to believe that they're not at least enforcing, you know, a parent has to have an associate's degree in teaching in order to homeschool their kids. Because it's still based off of the, you know, I mean, you still have to get a lot of your curriculum from approved places in order to be able to do it and, you know, get the education. So, I mean, you still have a lot of that kind of stuff that you got to go through, but even still, you can very much pick and choose what type of curriculum you're going to be teaching, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And of which case, one of the things with schools nowadays as well, a student showed up. Let me go ahead and bring up this article. A student showed up to school wearing a T-shirt, a pro-Trump T-shirt, and the student was told, "Don't wear that again." And a federal judge, I went to federal court actually, and the federal judge gave the school district a restraining order on the kid. Let me go ahead and start it on this article. Tuesday, a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order against a Liberty High School, preventing the school from enforcing a ban on one student's pro-Trump shirt that reads "Donald J. Trump, Border Wall Construction Company." You know,
Nice.
Exactly. I thought that was awesome.
The school's kind of was stepping on his, you know, even though he's a child, he still has constitutional rights.
Oh, exactly.
And they were squashing them.
Mm-hmm. Freedom of expression, well, not really freedom of expression, but it's still kind of sort of freedom of expression, freedom of speech, because that's what you're doing is you are making a statement, you know, and that just goes to show you that the liberal left wants absolutely nothing to do with the president. They do not support him, you know, and it's like, you know, but yeah, that's the type of crap of what's going on, of why parents don't want to send their kids to get educated, you know, in public school system. It's ridiculous, you know. So you being a parent of a youngster, and you've had,
I have 3 now that have graduated. My daughter graduated last Friday. She's now going to college.
that's scary.
3
dude.
gone, 1 more to go.
Right. But, you know, just like with thinking about, you know, how it was whenever we were going in through school, and, you know, with your own kids just, you know, just graduating, and now with another one going through the system with, you know, the extreme changes that's just happened within the past, you know, 10 years, you know, how much have you seen a decline in the education system? You know, just different changes that you've noticed. Now, of course, I mean, we live in a, you know, central flyover America, you know, and of which case a lot of them changes take time to actually get to us. But, you know, how much of a change have you seen in how kids are taught? And
even compared to when I was in school, I've seen drastic changes. You know, and I tell a lot of people this, you know, to get involved in their kids' lives, especially when they're in school. Sit down with them, ask them what they are learning about. And honestly, you'll be shocked what they're not learning.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, he'll bring, you know, he sit down with Gavin sometimes and ask him what he's learning, and it's like, did you know this? And I'll bring out points like, no. And I'm like, seriously? They didn't teach you that? You know, and it's, yeah. And, you know, and talking about that child that was banned from wearing the Trump shirt, you know. Gavin he's been wanting it for a while, and it's finally happened. Grunt Style has come out with a kids line of clothing.
Oh, sweet.
And he's been wanting shirts from them. And in case anybody doesn't know what Grunt Style is, it's a veteran-owned company here in Illinois. They make apparel for men, women, and now children. They also sell other little knickknacks and stuff. But, you know, it's awesome because it's veteran-owned.
Yeah.
But the thing that, you know, I'm worried about him with going to school with one is because, you know, on their logo is 2 rifles.
Right, yeah.
But the kids' line of
Yeah.
shirts are real simple. You know, you have like a star and it says like USA on it. And, you know, and they're real simple,
That's cool.
non-threatening. You know, that's how I would put it, non-threatening.
Well,
But it's their logo because the Grunt Styles
Right.
logo is still on the arm.
Well, and that's one of them things, too. That's like, you know, that they don't want, you know, certain things to be worn. Guns. I mean, heck, you remember about the kid that got expelled from school because he bit his sandwich to make it look like a gun. I mean, the most ridiculous thing ever of what they were accusing him of. And it's like, are you kidding me? You know, and with that kind of stuff, you know, especially considering they don't allow kids to have, you know, NRA shirts, you know, or anything like that. And it's like, you know, that's a sad thing that, yeah, you hopefully not, but, you know, he might not be able to wear that in school, which would suck, you know.
Well, there might be a few choice words I may express.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, that's the other thing I would express, too, is that, well, you know, you're stepping on his constitutional rights. You know.
Exactly. You're not promoting violence.
Yeah, it's not like these silkscreen guns are going to jump off the shirt and just run through the hallways, killing teachers and other children.
Exactly.
Well, you know, you're talking about... There was one not too long ago where a little kid made a Lego gun, and he got expelled for it. Yeah, because it's going to kill somebody.
Yeah, but you can make, and it's okay for a child of foreign descent to come to school with a clock.
Yeah. Clock.
And that's okay. You know, we can allow that. We have to allow that because we can't be insensitive.
Didn't know about that. I think I told you about that one. He was a foreign exchange student. High school, wasn't he?
I don't think it was high school. I think it
Junior
was
high.
either junior high or elementary school. I don't think it was high school because how the story went was he was a younger kid, you know, and I don't think that translates so much into high school. I could be wrong, but I think it was junior high or elementary school.
It was some kind of project that he made, and it was supposed to be a clock. But no, if you actually looked at it and dissected it, no, it was a replica of a bomb.
It was an IED that
He made
to
an
school.
IED.
Yeah, no explosives in it, but it was an IED without the explosion part. Yeah, without the boom boom. It was IED without the boom boom. Boom boom boom. Oh, hello, small model. How you doing? I'm not sure who that one is. Welcome. Well, let's see. We've gotten through that segment. Anything else you want to add on that? I don't really have anything else.
No, it's like I was saying before about parents getting involved with their children's lives. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
you
absolutely.
are raising the next generation that's going to enter into society that is going to carry this country on. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're wanting those legacies to keep going, raise them right.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's one of the things too. I mean, so many parents nowadays, and it's one of the things. This isn't a condemnation to any parents that are out there. You know, I was a kid, I was a hellion, and I know it's not easy. Not because I am a that would be co-host. Well, not co-host. Well, co-host of the Machine Radio Show and his woman,
Which is
Ranita.
an additional host to my radio show.
Yes. And she's not actually even talking into a microphone right now, but that's okay though. But yeah, so, but that's one of the things with, with parents nowadays. I mean, they use TV, electronics to raise their kids instead of, being hands-on in their lives and whatnot too, but again, I mean, that's not a condemnation because it's easier. I was a kid. I was a hellion. I was horrible to my parents. So I don't blame him for that whatsoever. It's a lot easier, But even still, be a parent to your children. Don't be a friend. Be a parent.
You can be a friend after they graduate.
Exactly. And that's how my parents was. And no, who do you think he looks like? I'm kind of curious now. But that's one of the things that my dad told me, whenever I was younger. He's like, I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. You'll have plenty of friends through your life. My job is to be your parent. My job is to be your dad. And that's who I'm going to be. Later in life, that could be different. Our relationship can change. But for right now, this is what it is. And it was like, cool. I understood it. I respected it. I respected him a heck of a lot more for it than if he would have tried to be my friend, because he wouldn't have taught me anything as a friend, And
that's actually kind of funny because I have expressed a similar thing to all of my kids. Mm-hmm. Even my older ones that are grown up, and that's why I told him, he's like, you know what, I'm not your friend. That'll come later on.
Yep.
I'm your parent.
Yep, I'm your dad. Now sit down, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are to be seen and not heard. That's Impractical Joker.
I do not look like Murray. I don't even closely resemble Murray.
Joker
No.
Murr?
Impractical Jokers. Murray's off of a TV show called Impractical Jokers.
I must not have seen that.
Had a long season. It's been on for quite some time.
Dude, do you realize how long it's been since I've actually watched cable and network television?
Yeah.
It's been a very long time.
Years.
I'm like, I do not look like Murray. There's no way.
Mr. Howard says, I can't imagine you being horrible to your parents. Oh, yeah, I was so horrible to my parents. Dude, I made my mother separating my brother and I. He says, yes, you do. But my brother and I were wrestling. We were fighting, we were arguing, we were doing what kids do. And she was trying to separate us, and she dislocated her thumb in doing so. And that was many, many years ago. And her thumb is still not right to this day. If we're going to do something, by golly, do it right. We were horrible kids. We really were.
It's okay. I dislocated my mom's toe in the pool by accident, and then I popped it back in place.
Ouch.
Nice.
I
Oh,
knocked
yeah,
her out of her
actually-
floaty, trying to force her to swim. I'm loving.
You're a horrible child.
That was a good one.
I'm going to add on a little bit too. I had come across somebody who was basically blaming. It's kind of going along the lines of what you said earlier, blaming like the school system and society on how kids are today.
Right.
It's like, you are the parent. You are the one that has raised that child.
Mm-hmm. It's your
that
job.
you're ashamed of.
Right,
You have
right,
failed
yeah.
that child. And like I said, it's like, how many times have you stuck them in front of an electronic device?
Well, thank you for stopping by, Andy. And yes, if you want to ask something, go right ahead. Feel free. But yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. That's one of them things that, don't be mad at the system and what the system does. And if you're not going to be part of your children's lives, you got to be part of it. You've got, if you're raising a kid, you've got no right to be angry about how that kid was raised, his morals, his values, if you were unpresent during his upbringing.
Yeah.
You can't, it's like having your cake and eat it too. You can't really do that,
And this, like, the school system nowadays is hardly teaching anything about our Constitution, about
yeah.
this wonderful country. We as the parents have to step up and teach our children.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why, and I'm very happy to hear that a lot of a lot of parents are going towards the the solution of homeschooling their kids in order to give them a proper education and teaching them history and the Constitution and different things like that, and not subjecting them to right now we're just bringing up news articles, and right now we're talking about school stuff. But yeah, the different news, politics, and just sometimes movies and other things of that nature is what we talk about generally on this show. So yes, and if you want to stick around, that would be awesome. But if you want to go, if you've got other things going on, that's okay too. Most of these are other places, YouTube and Twitch and other places that you can check out the shows as well, if you're not going to be able to catch it live, which is, sometimes a pain, catch them live. But anyway, yeah. What? I hate ADD. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I'm glad that parents are doing that initiative and trying to stay connected with it and whatnot. So awesome. Glad to see it. But yes, we are going to take a couple minute break, and when we return, we're going to be talking about some. I love how I started that one. There's some scout stuff, from the scouts that I seen, and also going to be talking about travel ban California. Yeah, I love that one too. What's going on in Hawaii, and a few other things after that. So just a couple minutes, and we will be right back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'm back. Oh my God, who the hell cares?
And hello, welcome back. All right, so this next article, this is absolutely hilarious because just one of the best articles that I read a while back ago, and I have to find it. And dadgummit. You know what? I'm pretty sure I didn't even like that. I found it again. Dadgummit. You know what? There are things that you should do when you're on break. There it is. All right, this article came from New York Post. Get ready for the world's largest orgy.
What?
Oh yeah, this came from March 23rd. So this is a week old. I seen this and I had to laugh. You know, I had to. Basically, they are trying to break the world record of the largest orgy. It was originally held from, 500 people during the 2006 event in Tokyo. And they are looking to have 1,000 plus participants in this one, which is going to be held in Las Vegas. So, but yeah. And that is a segue article. That is a segue article. We're going into you'll love this, World Scout Jamboree.
Oh my God.
I joined for this.
Yes, you did. That's absolutely hilarious. One of the best segues ever of all time. It's absolutely hilarious. So yeah, they're going to have condoms there that they are going to be passing out to the scouts, you know, because apparently they're not going to try to stop any of this activity, so they're figuring we'll just give them condoms. At least they can practice safe sex. And with you being a scout leader with a child in scouts,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
Well, here's the thing, though, is the involvement with girls is not in the Boy Scout level. It's at Cub Scout level, which is the youth.
Yeah.
Now, there is a section in Boy Scout called Adventurers, where it's co-ed, and they
Right.
are high school kids. I'm going to say it hasn't progressed further into the Boy Scouts yet. A lot of people think it's PC. It's because they're trying to be political correctness. It has nothing to do with being PC. It's because female leaders,
right?
and this is going to make some people butt hurt, female leaders failed to step up to the plate, and the Girl Scouts wanted more.
Yeah.
Truth be told, that was the first thing that I had basically heard from that as to why they were doing it, is just they did not have enough, you know, females. What? You got to be more specific, honey. But that was one of the first things that I had heard about it, was that, you know, they haven't, you know, there wasn't enough female leaders stepping up to, you know, just in, not necessarily for any one area, but overall,
Right.
You know, for,
And that's
for
true.
Girl Scouts. You know, I mean, granted, there are some places that have a lot of, you know, a lot of good female participation and leadership into it. And in fact, our area, you know, had a very good Girl Scout. You know, so I mean, this area, yes, actually, Samantha, they are going to be passing out condoms during the World Scout Jamboree. I don't know where that was going to be at. I
have
read
no
it.
idea where it's at
I didn't
either.
save the article, unfortunately, but you know, but yeah, I didn't save the article, but that was one of the things that I did hear about it, and in fact, Ray is one of them who told me about that one, and I was like, yes, I had already heard about that, but yeah, I was like, that's just.
Not right.
Yeah, and Andy said, I think it's bad. And you know what? I definitely agree with you. You know, and again, that's one of them things that they would much rather just pass out a condom instead of, and avoid the whole thing instead of,
Do something about it.
well, just. I'm old school. I admit it. I am very old school, you know.
And this is something else that a lot of people don't realize either. The girls that are in Cub Scouts, they are separated from the boys. They have their own den with their own den leader.
Yeah.
I have to interject something in here from Steve. He said the BSA asked GSA 10 years ago to join. We are one out of 14 countries in the world that have separate scouts. The other 13 are Muslim countries. And I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not, that's an aspect of it that I'm not disputing. You know, there are some aspects that I have absolutely no problem with the the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts commingling, you know, and I really don't. You know, there's a lot of good areas where, sure, you know, let's go ahead and commingle, but to just throw aside any type of restraint and to just pass out condoms to all the kids because you don't want to have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody, I don't really think that's a good time to do that, you know?
Well,
You looked really weird doing that. That was hilarious.
Well, you don't even have the cameras on us, so I'm good.
Dadgummit, I don't. I did it again. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Dadgummit. There we go. All right.
And a lot of the Girl Scouts are wanting to do more things that the boys do. They're wanting to learn how to use a knife. They want to go camping. Mm-hmm. They're wanting to learn how to tie knots. And a lot of stuff that the boys do, but the leaders are failing them in that aspect of it.
Right.
We're not stepping up the plate to teach them.
Right.
Yeah, because I even had, before it actually happened, had a lot of moms from Girl Scouts ask me if they could if their daughters could come, and I'm like, I don't know.
Right. And another good thing that Steve brings up is that with the amount of tomboys in our area, he thinks it's a fantastic idea. And, you know, like I said, with that type of an aspect, yeah, I completely agree with you. You know, there's a lot of girls, and especially in, country Illinois, that, they share a lot of the same interests and things that they want to do in this area. I mean, good grief, we've got the South Fork dirt track where
dirt
we have
riders.
We got a mud fest once a month,
Yeah.
all the time. Holy crap, and there are a lot of girls, a lot of women down there.
I'd love to go.
And it's fun. I've been once. I haven't been a lot, but I've been once. And I tell you what, it's funner now. I'm tempted. I don't want to take my truck down there because I know me. That and I'd get stuck. And yeah, Steve brings up another point. Parents don't, they don't help enough. They're not engaged, and that's one of the things of what we're talking about.
Too, yeah.
That is a big factor, and that's one of the problems of why, Girl Scouts of America was needing help, because there wasn't enough parents stepping up and filling that void to give the Girl Scouts enough to do and to keep it. Is it one of the things you got to pay membership into it?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a yearly membership.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're paying that kind of money, you expect a certain amount of service to come with it. And if there's not anything going on in Girl Scouts of America, why are you paying, a fee? Why are you paying for, your uniforms and this, that, and the other? Why are you spending that money if there's nothing that, if there's nothing that, good grief. If there's nothing for them to do. Yeah, okay. I'm getting attacked by people.
I had a woman complain to me about that once, and I was like, well, why don't you join and do something about it? Well, I don't want to get in the public's eye. I'm like, you don't have to be in the public's eye to do something about it, or even take your own kid hiking or something. Oh, Jesus. What'd you find?
I got a text message from a buddy of mine.
Dathan?
And, okay, Steve, this is a very awesome picture, by the way. This is Kai meeting George for the first time. Let me bring that in closer. Kai meeting George for the first time. That's freaking hilarious.
It's adorable.
It is. Here, I'll let you guys see. Isn't that so cute?
Oh, God, that is adorable.
George is a lizard, and his name is Jorge. I call him Jorge because I like the Espanol pronunciation of it, which is absolutely hilarious.
I want to hold the lizard. What are you doing?
He's reading a comment.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like...
Let's see. Andy puts on here, he goes, I think to have that convo with your child should be private area, but handing them out, not good. which the conversation about sex ed,
Yeah.
a private conversation, but handing them out to everybody, not really a good idea. And I very much agree with that, just for the simple aspect of that's not something that the Scouts should be involved in.
Right.
That's and they are basically promoting, go ahead and do it. If they're just
Yeah.
going to pass you out a free condom, they are basically promoting, hey, have sex on us. And it's like, what message are you giving them? And that's the problem with that I have is it's what are you telling the kids by passing them out free condoms? Yeah, go ahead. You're going to do it anyway, so here you go, be safe. And that's an aspect of that I don't agree with.
And I'm willing to bet that that's probably happening in the cities or the states that are heavily liberal.
Yes. Because I don't see that type of thing happening where we're at.
Oh no.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know,
parents.
like here, even at campouts, the girls are still going to be separated.
Yeah.
And if you guys have ever been to one of the Scout campouts, they are heavily security, especially even more so with things that have been going on.
Yeah, we went on the Lincoln Pilgrimage, and there was someone with flashlight going around each thing, checking to make sure all the boys were in their tents and stuff. And at one point in time, I heard a kid get yelled at, and he's like, "I just have to go pee, please don't."
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
say the
went
security
off on
during
him.
the Scout campouts are heavy because they
Yeah.
patrol a lot.
Yeah, and they have like the flashing light instead of just
The
that.
strobe
It's like the
lights.
strobe light, and it's really annoying. Yeah, that kid. Like, I just heard him. I'm just going to the bathroom. I'm sorry.
I remember before it was about to take place, we had that Scout meeting, and they asked us what we thought about girls joining. And I think my reply kind of shocked a lot of people. My first thing was, don't dumb it down. Don't lower standards.
No.
Because if you do, you're not going to teach them anything.
Yeah.
Leave it the way it is. Allow them that opportunity to make Eagle Scout. Allow them to be able to go up. I said, treat it just like the military. They didn't lower anything. They just accepted them in.
And I agree with that because that's one of the things. I mean, you're doing somebody a disservice. Okay, whether you are dumbing it down for the girls or dumbing it down for the boys, or whether you are, raising it for the girls. I mean, you're doing somebody a disservice. But there are, with the knowledge-based type of a thing, if that's what they are interested in, then keep the standards the same. There's no reason to, yes, a poop transplant.
Oh, why? Is that on that paper?
It's because it stops. What was it? Chronic diarrhea?
Yeah,
or something
chronic.
like-
It was what scientists are using to help fight off chronic diarrhea, is give somebody a poop transplant. I thought it was a shitty idea. Oh, thank you.
But
Sorry, I just totally distracted. No, that, nah.
yeah. Anyway,
But yes,
The parents do help. Me and him are heavily involved with Scouts.
well, you're a scout
well,
leader,
Andy
actually,
says I think parents should help the staff, and honestly, they should. Their child is there. They are encouraged to help. Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily have to be a den leader,
Like you.
but I am actually a den leader now. I am in charge of the wolf.
And Steve threw on here too. He said, "I guarantee that will not happen at our camp in Pana, because he does have the
Words.
that place outside of Pana that have scouts, the Boy Scout camp, maybe Boy Scout camp."
Probably.
I worry about you sometimes.
He said, "Pardon the pun with that shitty joke." I know, right? It was a very shitty joke. It was a poop transplant.
Oh my god.
There's something wrong with me.
Only a
Most
little.
parents think that it's a free babysitter. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
how most people treat things like that. That they treat it as a, as a free babysitter. And absolutely, you're right about that. And if that's what, and it's that type of outlook that has made it to where, it has degraded as much as it has, overall, and Rhodes, France, Scout Reservation. What? Oh, yes. Yeah, Steve is a camp master out there at Rhodes, France Scout Reservation. That's what that place is called? Really?
That's a long name.
That is a long name. RFSR. Urfsir.
What?
Urfsir.
Urfsir.
Urfsir. Hello, Urfsir.
We're
There's
wrong.
something wrong with me. So,
And we just let you do it too.
I know.
We encourage it.
We're the worst party in this. Anyway.
So, but yeah, so there's scouts, you know, and you know, I was a scout for like 5 minutes whenever I was young.
5 minutes.
Metaphorically speaking, I wasn't a scout for very long, you know. Just basically long enough to get my first aid merit badge, and then I got grounded, and then I couldn't go back again. You know, I'm not going to say it. I'm not even going to go there.
You told me about
There
that.
was a reason why you wanted that first aid badge, wasn't it?
I wanted to play doctor.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, baby. Anyway, Andy writes on here, I was a scout for 3 years, and my mom and dad was helping at every event because I was there, and to me, that's how it should be, and you are absolutely
Yes,
right.
you are right.
100%.
You are absolutely right. And you know what? I commend them,
Yeah.
you know, for being part of that, for being part of your childhood like that. That is,
That's
that
awesome.
is, yeah, that's very, very awesome. I wish more people were like that with their children, you know. You two should join the phone convos next week.
The what?
The phone. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. You see, we have, thank you for the like, too. There's a few of us that we spend a lot of time on the phone during the day. A lot of time on the phone, like hours upon hours. We're truck drivers, you know. And needless to say, what else we got besides just chilling on the phone and having a conversation for like the entire day?
And you'll call me randomly and talk to me for like 2 hours straight, and I'm like,
I don't usually let Mr. Howard privy to them conversations though. And he's mad at me about that too. He's like, "Why won't you let me do that? Here you are hiding her." I'm like, "No, man, I know you."
wait, you're hiding
All
me?
love. Or him. I'm not sure which.
You're just ashamed.
I don't know of whom I'm protecting in this. I don't know if I'm protecting you or protecting him. I really have no idea.
Yeah.
Because I mean that could kind of go either way.
Because I'm as weird as you.
Yes, you are. It is
Like, especially to people I get to know. Oh, my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to move on to the next topic here. California travel ban.
Convert topic.
Convert topic. Did you like that? That was good, wasn't it?
California travel ban.
Yes, California travel ban. California has issued a travel ban for their own government people that they can no. They added Oklahoma to the list, and let me find it. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Travel
The
ban.
giant stamp.
Yep, California adds Obama. Yes, California adds Obama
To the ban
to the
list.
state
I mean, it has
travel
an
ban
O.
list.
It
Yep.
has an O, but that's not it.
Oklahoma. Now, of the different states, they have Oklahoma, Alabama, Kansas, Kentucky, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, and Texas are included as places where California public employees can't go unless they are investigating a crime or tax dispute, compliant with a grant, or are required to go through a court order.
Is it because those states are not sanctuary states?
That's part of it. That's part of it. And I didn't mean to do that right in the microphone. There it is. California will not use state resources to support states that pass discriminatory laws. Talking with the LGBTQRSTUV rainbow community. With different discriminations against them, and they're like, we're not participating in what their views are on this, so we're not going to travel. We're not going to pay our employees and pay for the travel of our government employees to that state. And in which case, I'm like, okay.
So does that mean if they ever have another? No, not if they have. When they have another 9.8 earthquake, we don't have to send resources or help over that way?
Wow.
Right.
That got real. I love how.
I'm glad you actually brought that up, because I'm going to kind of go talk about that, but in a different direction.
Okay.
Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, you know what, California, if that's what you want to do, more power to you, then do that. You know, I'm all for it. You know, because as part of our federal government, how our country is set up. You see, Illinois isn't a state. It is a country. It's the country of Illinois. It's the country of California, okay? And our federal government, it's a federation. That's what it is, a union of unions. Yeah, whatever.
Sure,
just
we'll go with
letting
that.
You know what I'm saying. But I mean, that's you know, that's why, you know, it's a state. You know, the Canada is a state. You know, it is a it is a country. We don't look at it like that just because of, you know, how we are, how we call things and whatnot. But you know, it is the United States of America, the United, you know, countries of America. That's what we are. That's how we were, you know, brought together. That is why the 10th Amendment of, you know, states being, you know, having the power to do basically everything, that the federal government was very limited on what they could do. That's why that is so important. You know, basically putting it, if California wants to be a socialist country, then they can be a socialist country. Leave Illinois out of it. You know, don't force your agenda on every other state. You know, if you want to have a social experiment in doing so, then do it. More power to you. Try it out. See what happens. If people want to be there. Well, hey, he's from the UK. That is awesome.
That is awesome. 'Cause,
That is very awesome, and welcome, very much so. Welcome.
you know, being on the Machine Radio Show, we've got a couple people from the UK that listen to
I
us
know,
over
and
there,
that is-
and it's
that
like
is
2 in the
awesome.
morning for them when we're on.
Right? Yeah.
I know, because we talk about some of the stuff that happens over there, you know,
Yeah.
too. So
But that's one of them things is with, you know, with how our form of government is supposed to be. You know, if you know, if you want to be a completely conservative country, then you should be able to be, or a state, sorry. You know, if you want to be that, then you should be able to be that. And if Canada or California wants to, you know, do the same thing and be a socialist type of a run, you know, run state, then they should have the freedom to do that. But that also means, and this is another thing, it's 2:10 a.m.
Jesus.
Wow. You're up early. That's awesome. Dude, I'm like that too. I didn't get to bed until like damn near 4 o'clock last night, or this morning, I guess I should say. I was up late.
yeah, we were up late. too.
I'm a stooge. But anyway, you know, you should be able to do that. And that's one of the things about with what Trump did on the tax bill that I absolutely love. You know, with him making it to where if California wants to have a socialist type of a government, then they should pay for it.
Yes.
And Florida should not be forced to, you know, subsidize the failed, you know, the failed policies and the failed programs that California wants to have, because that's how it's been in the past.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things that I like about that is that, you know, California is forced to stand on their own 2 feet, and if they don't want to do that,
It's all right, Andy. We won't tell anybody.
Yeah. No. Well, we can't. It's not that we won't. It's that we can't.
you know, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Listen to the radio, listen to whatever, watch whatever. I do
Same
that all
here.
the time.
I
you
do the
know.
same thing at work.
Yeah. I think we've all done that from
I
time to
take
time.
care of a young one, so I wouldn't know yet.
But you're watching and listening while you're doing, and it's awesome. But you know, yeah. But that's just one of the things that I like about. Well, okay, I like that it was designed like that. It's a shame and a pity that it's not actually used like that. And it's one of them things, though, too, as part of the liberal agenda, they don't want to be proven wrong, which is why they don't allow that kind of stuff, and they force, you know, all that stuff. We got your back, man. We so got your
Always.
back.
Always. We're making a bond with this person now.
Of course. Got you, man. We got your back. But yeah, that's why I like how, you know, how it was designed different, you know, and that's one of the aspects of it that I like. I think it's pretty cool. So moving on, let's talk about Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Oh, yeah, that is actually how you pronounce Hawaii. and yes, that is how you pronounce it. It's Hawaii. That's how the locals say it.
Yep.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. That's how the locals say it. So, yes. I did that one too. Put that aside. So, there's like 20 plus fishers that has opened up.
Nice.
Still going. I think 18 homes have been destroyed. It's very slow moving lava flow. It's only on one of the islands right now. It's on the Kapiluak Island in
That's
Hawaii.
the actual name.
Not at all. I mean, come on, you know me better than that. Of course, that's not the actual
I know. I
name
looked
of
at
the
him and
island.
like he doesn't know the name.
I have no clue what the name is.
I was trying to hopefully
I
respect
know
you.
a few days ago they had initiated that
Kilauea.
that anybody that had
Kilauea.
not left or is refused to left, it was imprisonment.
Refused to
Really?
let.
Yeah, whatever. Same
No,
thing.
and I think I might have said 18 homes. The article actually says 80 homes.
I didn't know
So-
that.
Oh,
I was
Jesus.
thinking you were right. I didn't know it was up to 80.
Yeah, I
Damn.
hadn't realized. And this
God.
came out at noon 09
Oh my gosh.
this morning, actually. So it wasn't noon 09. It was triple 09 in the morning Eastern
you
time,
go.
Saturday. You like that? It was very good, right?
Yeah.
9 minutes in the morning is when this was updated.
9 minutes into the morning.
9 minutes into the morning. So yes, and I've seen quite a few different YouTube videos of people, recording the lava flow and different things like that. And I tell you what, it's starting to see. Before it was, fissures that had opened up and very slow moving lava, but it's what's coming up now is a little bit not thinner, quicker moving, faster
Yeah.
flow,
Faster flow, yeah.
faster flow. Whew, man.
You can check out some of the videos where natural gas deposits had ignited, and it
Yes.
was coming up through the
Yeah.
earth and all the different colors, and that was actually
That would be neat looking.
it was actually
From a
pretty
distance.
awesome. Yeah,
From a distance.
they were actually
With one of them
pretty awesome.
zoom-in cameras that you could take nice pictures. Yeah.
right.
Desktop pictures. There you go.
But I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I've been in reading some of the articles and watching some of the YouTube videos of how far that fissure, that thing, whatever that is, of how it actually spread. The different islands and how it popped up into this, to that, and the other, and how they were talking about with a weak part, and because there's not a tectonic plate right there. I mean, it's like in the middle of it, and it's basically just build up of pressure, and then it spews through and erupts, and that's more or
Right.
less what it amounts to. It's nothing on a. He said Andy said he's seen it on the news, and it is fast moving. Yeah, it's fast moving now, and that one, I tell you what, lava's a son of a bitch anyway, and then you add fast moving some bitchery going on, and this is holy motherfucking shit.
That was high pitched.
I know, right? That was very good.
Now, what's sad about that?
What?
Is they actually had to issue a thing that it was not allowed to be roasting marshmallows.
Yeah.
This is the reason why we can't have nice things and those warning labels on everything.
Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants. Roast marshmallows over magma.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, they actually had an article and everything.
Yeah, there was an article about it. I was reading it, and they had issued that out.
And that they would
And I'm like,
arrest them.
Who is doing this?
Special people.
I mean, from a distance to view it, is fine, but you shouldn't be that close to be roasting marshmallows.
It's roasted marshmallow. I like them toasted.
That's freaking hilarious. I'm dumbfounded. I am shocked that. I mean, come on. It's like, a warning label on children's clothing: must remove from child before you wash it.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
That-
That
yes.
one's great.
That's the society that we live in. I'm sorry to say, but that's the society we live
I
in.
want to know which person actually did that.
But the sad thing is, though, I can't necessarily say as though people are that stupid, because some of them are. But this is people who are money hungry. Well, if you didn't want me to wash it off the child, then there should have been a warning label to say that.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of stupid people that are nothing more than money hungry, and the people will eat a light bulb to get money from GE because they didn't put non-edible on the packaging.
Seriously.
It's like, are you freaking kidding me? You have to put that on there for you not to put it in your mouth? Are you dumb? My mama says stupid is as stupid does.
Your face.
What was that thing you said the other day? Look what I can do.
Oh, from Stuart, look what I can do.
Yeah, we do that whenever me, him, and even our kid does something dumb. Yeah. Yeah, it's automatic. It's
Look
just
what I can do. Anyway.
you like kind of
Are you
T-Rex.
kidding me? That was pretty good. Right? Anyway.
About the marshmallows?
Marshmallows?
No,
That's
I'm
not-
not joking.
Wow,
That's
That's sad.
and
dude.
it's
I mean,
like
that
it was
really
like
is. That is
the
sad.
I can't remember who it was that had initiated, but they had to put a warning out there that if they caught you, you know,
They'd
you got
arrest you,
arrested.
yeah.
You got arrested.
Yeah, they had to warn
And I
them.
can understand the why, because you're taking away from serious emergency. You know, you're taking those personnel from serious stuff to come rescue your idiocy.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand for a time, you know, it's a volcano, guys. There's nothing we can do to stop it. There's nothing we can do to do anything. All you can do with lava is get the hell out of the way. And it's a good thing. It's a plus that it was slow-moving lava in the beginning. This way it's
Yeah.
like, you know, because they couldn't say, you know, how close this thing is to being finished. And that's the thing. They still have no idea.
Yeah.
There's no end in sight right now. They have absolutely no idea how long this is going to continue to just... I don't really want to say erupt because it's not exactly erupting. It's just kind
It's
of...
just
It's
oozing.
bleeding. You know,
Yeah.
the earth got a cut. You know, and it's just bleeding.
An
It's kind
angry
of
cut.
you know, and you just can't give it stitches. I mean, they tried. You know, they put a tampon on there, that didn't work. The damn thing burned away. They put a pad on it, that didn't work. So I mean, now they're just kind of waiting. Just he's got to go. You know, that's what we got. Love you guys.
I was not a fan of that analogy at all.
I thought it was absolutely great. Of
And
course
yeah,
you
that's
wouldn't
you
like it.
though.
Well, yeah. I thought it was absolutely freaking
I
hilarious.
should expect this by now.
You really,
Sometimes I don't.
you really should. You should expect us. That was anonymous right there. Did you like that? That was good, right? Yeah. Anyway, how long have we known each other? Long enough.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
4 years plus 2 weeks, I think.
Well, hell, I don't know. Now you're getting way too detailed for me.
Oh yeah, 4 weeks. 2 hours, 78 minutes.
Now you're just making shit up.
How do you know? You
I
don't
have no
know.
clue. Actually, I
Exactly.
don't.
Dude, when did we meet? I think this first or second day I had moved here.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's possible.
I've slept since then. I really don't.
same
Yeah,
here.
you were like, you should meet this awesome person. And I was just like, oh, Jesus.
And he says, no idea because of how fast it's moving and the heat density of the lava. With an end in sight, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. But yeah, they've got absolutely no idea of an end. But yeah, I mean, all you can do is get out of the way. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. And you know, the good part is in the beginning, because of how slow it was moving, that it was very easy to allow
Get away,
people
yeah.
to go in there, get your shit packed of what you want to save, and then, you know, get back out again.
Yeah.
You know, and that is what it allowed people to do. This way, their personal belongings that they wanted to save, they had the time to go in there and save it, and that was awesome. But now, apparently, they think they need to roast marshmallows. I mean, I really can't say much. I am a fan of the marshmallow. The s'mores, s'more what? You're killing me, Smalls. You know, Sandlot. Great humor in there. Good movie. It's a classic. I recommend it twice.
No, I'd recommend it 3 times.
Even 3 times. I don't think I've seen the second one. I'm pretty sure I have not seen the second
I've
one.
seen the second one.
either.
Yeah. Not. The only thing I've heard about that is it sucks.
Yeah, it's not as good as the first
Yeah,
one.
definitely not.
You know, whenever I watched Sandlot when I was little, it scared me. I was like younger than Gavin.
The
I
dog
thought there
is
was
terrifying.
a monster, and I was afraid to go to sleep. I was just terrified. And
That's
I
why
went to
you
my
watch
mom
the complete
bawling.
movie.
She played it from like right as soon as they went up there, up to the big cage thing, and all I hear is snoring, and it hits the cage, and I was done.
See, that's why you watch the full movie.
Yeah,
Because then you would have known that it wasn't a dog that was really, really huge and was big enough to bite your head off.
Yeah, my mom was mean though. She's like, "Here, watch this play," and I'm like,
Sorry, I guess what I had Gavin watch a little bit of last night.
"Oh
What's
my
that?
god!" He told me he was freaked out.
He
but
was.
He didn't want to say.
He was
it.
too ashamed to say it. Covenant. Good movie.
that?
Good movie. Good movie. I was like, dude, you just admit it. You're creeped out and you don't want to watch it.
Well, he didn't want
And
to say
that's
anything
fine.
because he thought you were going to be mean.
No, I wasn't going to be. Well, yeah, I was going to aggravate him about it. Of course I was.
Yeah,
but
that's why I didn't
it's
wanna
much
say
better
anything.
than
It's
him
your fault.
lying. It's much better than him lying
It's
to
your
me.
fault, though.
It is not my
Yes,
fault.
it
It
is.
is
What-
not my fault.
What was it that was creeping him out? Did he?
Have you seen Covenant?
It's been a long time since I've seen Covenant.
Oldie, love you.
Oldie but goodie. Yeah. But
Oh, I was
it's
talking about him, but okay.
it's not really all that old of a movie. It's
I wasn't talking
I
about
have to watch it again. Dang it, I don't remember. It's a warlock movie. It's
Yeah.
witchcraft movie.
Yeah, I knew
You
it
know?
was. I
Yeah.
just didn't know if there was a certain part on it that wigged him out or something.
The bad guys, the spiders, probably different things like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what should have been on their mind is to get their family safe, but apparently they want to roast marshmallows and be weird and
You know,
take pictures of the volcanic.
you have some of those one
explosions.
people that they don't want to leave their house.
Yeah, that's understandable because it's hard to let go of things.
Here's the thing, though: is nothing's going to stop the lava. This is why you have homeowners insurance.
Yeah. And honestly,
Get your stuff and get out.
Yeah, take
you know?
your most memorable stuff and get out of there.
Get the stuff that you can't replace. You can't
Yeah.
replace memories. You can't replace yourself. You can't
Right.
replace your loved ones. But you can replace a car.
You can replace a building.
You can replace a building.
Like
You might not
pictures,
be
I
able to replace
understand,
your
but
pictures, but that's why they had that ability because of slow moving lava to get that crap out and then move on.
but the fact that they have to, oh, if you don't leave, we're going to arrest you. It's like, why didn't they leave
I'm
immediately
hungry
and take
for
the stuff?
I'm hungry for some hot dogs. Let's go out over the magma and roast some hot dogs.
Let's go, honey. Get the kids. Get the dog. Let's all go. Never heard from that family again. I'm horrible.
That was horrible.
That was.
All right, moving on. We're going to take a quick break.
And then are we talking about that?
No, that
we
was
already
the
talked
first
about that.
conversation. We talked about poop in the very beginning of the show.
We're going to initiate Order 66.
Star Wars
Star Wars.
episode
yeah.
2.
Yes, the very end of
Or was
it.
that episode? No, that was the very end of episode 1.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
No, that's
No.
the very end of episode 2.
Okay, well, shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one was he was kid,
Darth Maul. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
fighting
Darth Maul, and then Anakin before he was initiated.
We got likes. Woo!
Yeah, I seen a couple
Two
of
at
them
the
pop
same
up.
time. It's like ba-doop, ba-doop. It should
Oh,
make a noise.
And yes, Andy, very much so. I would much rather lose a picture than bury a family member.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, but you know, I mean, that's the choice these people are making. You know, and I'm one of them people. I have a very extremely hard time. You know, me and Mr. T disagree on this. He pities the fool. I don't. I have zero pity for the fool. You know, because it's a fool who is stand in front of lava and roast a marshmallow and then complain when he got burned. I don't, you know, and I'm sorry. I don't pity stupidity. I don't pity that kind of thing. I mean, if you are a child that doesn't know better, then okay, you can fix ignorance with education,
yeah, you can teach
but
them.
you can't fix stupidity. You know,
Right.
And there is no fix for stupidity. Unfortunately, there's not. You know, but you know, yes, I would feel sorry for the family members of the person who's left behind because, you know, there's so many things to say.
But don't.
There's so many bad things that are like
Yeah.
right there on the tip of my mind, brain thing that you know. But
the squishy matter.
the squishy matter, the gray matter, or the black matter.
It's actually pink. Your
That's-
brain's pink.
Yeah, but there's no lights on in there.
Pinky peach. That doesn't
You know
change
what?
the
I just
color.
realized what I say. I mean, hey, you turn
That
the lights
doesn't-
out, you don't know what, you know, what, if a tree falls in the forest, does anybody care?
Unless they kill someone.
But if there's nobody there, then how would you know? If a tree falls in the forest and lands on a mime, would anybody be upset?
An explosion, maybe.
Lands on a what?
A mime.
mime.
Does he scream his hands
Oh,
off?
Hey, a
A
mime is a
mime?
terrible thing to waste.
screams his hands off.
He screams his hands off, dude. He just... No, that's one of them arguments, you know, if a tree falls in the forest, does it actually make a sound?
If there's nobody around, yeah.
Yeah, if nobody's around, does it make a sound? No, because sound, vibration, yes, sound is only sound if there's something there to
Hear it.
hear it.
Tell that to the squirrel family that was living in that tree.
We're talking people.
You love me.
Human beings.
You love me.
Human
Humans.
beings. You know, not lima beans, human beings.
Make the topic about the UK so I know. Look something up quick, ho. Find something.
We'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Well, do I even? I don't have any UK news right now.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Who the Hoosier chick got married?
The Hoosier?
Yeah, the Hoosier chick. You know, the chick with the
Oh,
guy, the dude,
the prince.
Prince. Yeah, the Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his dad, Prince Albert. He was in a can. Prince Albert in the can. Come on, that was funny. Whatever. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and when we return, more shenanigans.
Take me with you when you run away. Love you,
I'll
ho.
be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
You're so weird. Stop.
If we forget what we did, we won't know who we are.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I will never send troops anywhere on a mission of that kind without telling them that if somebody shoots at them, they can darn well shoot back.
John the non-believer. Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
I guess I'm done playing stuff now.
Oh my gosh.
I played the first one. I'm like, hey, let's just keep on going.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Okay, now I'm done.
Are you sure about that?
Boo.
No, you're not allowed to leave. I'm kidding.
Going for a
Go
ciggy.
ahead.
All right. Don't. Okay, Meghan Markle. We'll talk about that whenever he comes back.
Yeah.
We'll see when you get back. Wait, no. He'll see us. Never mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
No, we're watching him
Yeah, we're
somehow. Wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong camera.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong camera. You gotta look at that one.
I went completely derp.
what you're doing.
Oh, God.
Put that away.
Here,
Not in front of your mother.
here, take my little hand.
I don't like that.
It's the strongest.
Yeah, that voice always wigs her out.
Right. I like his voice. The grandpa Family Guy.
No, that
Dude, when I
wasn't-
lost my voice not that long ago. I had a cough and whatnot. And last time I lost my voice, doing youth pastoring and whatnot up in Springfield. And the weirdos, you know, I'm like, I can't talk. You know.
The weirdos?
Yes, the weirdos
Oh, yeah.
up there. You know, Miles, I think, was the one who did it to me. He wanted me to be the door greeter. You know, the greet to people coming in. I'm like, dude, I have no voice. You know, of course, I'm like, you know, so, and then they were like, oh, they wanted me to referee the dodgeball tournament, you know, and I'm like, do you have a whistle? And he's like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. I asked him if he had a whistle, you know, because cooler whip, whistle. Anyway, no, they did not have a whistle.
Yes, we are watching you somehow. We're special.
We're just being special.
Yeah.
I was walking down the stairs and all I heard, you're watching me. Yes.
We are everywhere.
We are watching you. Expect us.
Oh, God.
Anyway. So, you know, no whistle. So, obviously, the next day, you know, I had to walk in that I could not work. You know, I worked in, you know, a call center. And obviously, you need a voice to talk on the phone, which I did not have. And I was like, I went in there and I'm like, dude, I can't come to work today. I can't talk. And, of course, it came out like, just figured I'd move my lips instead of just, you know, being completely, you know, just looking at the camera. Anyway.
Just make a hiss sound.
The
from
lady
your
was
throat.
like, yeah. And the gal was like, what? So I repeated myself, or tried to. And she was like, what? And then I was like, and I was looking for a pen and a pencil to make up my own little sign.
Nice.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you. So anyway, this time, and whenever I got my voice back, I didn't get my voice back. I got Tone Low's voice back. Funky Cole Medina. I was doing the wild thing. Wild thing. Anyway, that's what my voice sounded like. So this time, whenever I was in the process of losing my voice, and whenever I got my voice back, I got Chris's voice back from Family Guy.
Oh, amazing.
That's exactly what my voice sounded like, and it was great and amazing, and I had so much fun with it. The things I was saying, just for the sheer fact of I sounded like Chris, and it was amazing.
That's awesome.
I thought it was great. So I told that story to tell you this story.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah. It just kept going.
I had nothing more on that one. So anyway, I like stories. Somebody gave me a meme not that long ago. It's like, you know, if I'm telling you a story, be prepared for 7 mini stories and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, that is so me. I don't remember exactly what the sign said because it was hilarious. It was too much me and I was too much busy laughing my butt off. But anyway.
Now, if y'all counted, you might have found 7 mini stories.
Right in
I'm
there.
kidding.
And so yeah, Meghan Markle. Who's Meghan Markle? I got Google.
I got Google.
I do got Google.
this.
I got this. Meghan.
You only typed in M-E and you're like, Megan. Yeah, there it is.
Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle. Meghan. Dang it!
Marker?
I don't know.
That's mean and rude.
Yeah, whatever. Then do her. I don't care. Wait, where's my mouse at? There it is. I found it. You know, so that's the bad thing about having 3 screens, monitors. You know,
It just goes
is sometimes you lose your mouse pointer.
Thing.
What's that thing called?
Clicker.
No, the arrow.
Yeah, the mouse arrow. You move that. You lose that
The-
on
the
3
indicator.
monitors. Yep.
I had,
Which is a what?
I had one. You could customize the little thing on your screen, and I couldn't lose it because it was a kitten. And if I didn't move my mouse too long, it would start running in circles, and it was really weird and like possessed like. But I loved it. It was adorable. And if I went over to click something, it turned into a cat toy.
I'm actually thinking about putting a program on Brandon's computer.
Oh Jesus!
It is a mouse pointer randomized thing to where it just goes all over the place.
Oh, that's.
Yes.
That would be fun.
And it also, like when you're typing something, it completely randomizes. You know, you press an A, but it might be, you know, a question mark that pop up. And yes, I can put a program like that on somebody's computer.
That would be awesome.
Don't do that
It would
to
be
mine. I'll
amazing.
be so
It would be
mad.
awesome. Oh, he would be so pissed.
He would.
I would have to be there.
You would have to
Video
be
I would
there.
have to be there. I would have to be there with camera.
Like nonchalant. Don't mind me. Just go on a video.
I'll be like,
You know.
dude, I think you got a virus.
Oh, and he'll flip out. What you been looking at lately, Rand?
And
What
and I
websites
could
have
really,
you been going on?
yeah, and I could really play it up, and it'd be like, dude, that's one of those ones that you can't get rid of it. Your computer's shot.
You gotta.
Oh my
dude, you
God.
gotta completely.
You gotta.
You've got to reset your entire hard drive now. You got to reinstall Windows and everything.
Yeah, you gotta delete any program you've used on this, and oh my god,
He would be so
will-
mad.
He would
I mean,
break something.
I wouldn't do it for long
Yeah.
because I
No,
wouldn't
'cause
want
he would
him to
snap
totally start
something.
killing somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a midget, but man, is he mighty. We call him the mighty midget. You know,
the mighty
midget.
The mighty midget.
He's technically not a midget. He's over so high. Yeah,
Well, true, but I mean, he's still, he's short,
he's taller than me.
shorter than me.
I'm shorter than you. Am I a midget?
You're a hobbit.
Choose wise. Yeah, you're a midget, Gavin.
No.
Yeah, you're a midget.
You're a hobbit.
You're a hobbit.
I don't know. I was talking about her. She's a hobbit.
Oh, she's a hobbit. I sense violence in the future.
I'm a loving
I sense
person.
violence in your future.
Only a little bit.
Shit.
Hey, ho, can I borrow a pillow tonight? I'm kidding. I love you. I swear, I won't hurt him.
Why not? All right. Anyway, let's get back to where I was going.
Yeah, we're
So, right here on this piece of paper, it tells me that Trump tardiness. What?
What?
What? How can
Humna?
Oh, pardons. Apparently, I can't spell pardons because I put
Tardin?
tardens.
Tardins?
Tardens. So Trump tardens a bunch of. He's been pardoning. What the heck are you doing?
He's rolling over.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I
Yeah,
seen
he's-
something that
and
looked
he's
like his
stuck
head
his-
was like bobbing up.
No, that's his feet.
That's his
He's
feet.
moving his feet
Okay.
around.
All right.
Stop talking. He's too young for you to speak that way. I don't care if it's not mean or disgusting, but it sounds horrible.
That's why I stopped myself from
Mhm.
saying
Yeah.
it because it sounded really, really bad.
What are you doing to my young one?
He started it.
This is going to get you on a list.
Yeah, killing younglings.
Anyway, so Trump has been pardoning a lot of people, because they sneeze and he's like, "Pardon you," and that's what Trump does. That's
Bless you, pardon you.
bless you. Well, pardon me. Oh, you are pardoned. That's what it is. Pardon me. You're pardoned. So that's what Trump's been doing to people for a while.
This is not right.
That's
you have
not
people
right.
from different areas that don't understand what it means, and you're just ruining it.
I think most people know what a presidential pardon does. I just think it's amazing that they made it. That they do that to turkeys each year.
Yeah.
They do for each Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, they pardon a turkey. You will not die today. It smacked me. I got flicked. So anyway, one of the people he pardoned, Dinesh D'Souza, which, if I'm remembering correctly, he actually got put in prison. A huge trumped-up charge. No pun intended. Trump part, something about campaign contributions,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Which it was like, okay, you put him in prison for doing what he did, and then you have people whom actually do break the law. Which it was a, I guess you can call it a clerical error. It was an accounting error of what he did. And it wasn't even anything major. It was like 5,000 is the limit, and he donated like 5,005. Or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
It was more or less what it amounted to. It wasn't
There's
like
a limit to donating.
yes, there is a limit on how much you can donate to a presidential election.
Why?
Well, you see, here's the thing, and this is kind of a why aspect of it. You see, here in this country, one of the things that we absolutely hate is that every president, every congressman, every senator, whatnot, they are beholden to somebody who has paid them money.
Yeah.
What have we been crying for forever? Somebody who is not beholden to, lobbyists and big corporations and this, that, and the other. And we got that.
Yeah.
We wanted a president who was honest about his intentions and what he was wanting to do and how he was going to do it. And we got that.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell are we bitching?
Because they think they have a voice and they need to use it at all times.
No, the liberals are bitching because he is actually doing what he said he was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes them look bad.
Which makes them look bad. He is not giving them an excuse as to why he's not getting it done. He is just getting it done.
Yeah.
Congress is pissed at him because he's going out there and he's telling people the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You want a border wall? So do I. They've got to fund it in order for me to build it. And he's making Congress look bad left and right because all Congress does is give them excuses on why we can't do anything. Oh, this is the this, and we can't do this because of that. But they're not actually getting anything done. And Trump is over there. He has basically done as much as he can by himself.
And the great thing about it is a lot of times he will call out names. This is what I'm wanting to do, but I can't because Congress will not approve it because of these people. And he names them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's freaking
And
awesome.
then those people get their butts reamed by whoever they are representing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you really need to knock this off.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Congress is doing. It's like, you need to knock this off. You need to quit making us look bad. And in which case, Trump's like, or all Trump has to do is be like, I'm not making you look bad. You're making yourself look bad. Because what have they done time and time again? We give the Republicans the Senate, and we're like, oh, well, what do you expect us to do with the Senate? We need the House, too. Otherwise, how are we supposed to pass anything and put it on the president's desk? And then you give them the House and you give them the Senate, and then they're like, well, what do you expect us to do? We don't have the presidency. All who's going to do is veto everything. And then you give them the House, you give them the Senate, you give them the presidency, and then they're like, well, what do you expect us to do? We don't have a supermajority. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You got a majority in the House, a majority in the Senate.
And you have a president.
You have a president
who is backing you up.
Who is backing you up, telling you to do what the people want you to do, and then they're still not doing it, basically telling me that the majority of the people who are in there aren't true Republicans. They're what we call rhinos, which means Republican in name only. And I've actually had somebody tell me that, they have the same thing in the Democratic Party. I go, no. In the Democratic Party, you have Democrats. And then you have what is called a JFK Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're still Democrats. We have Republicans, and we have Democrats with an R, which is what a rhino is. I think these people should just quit, flying the R and just put the big D in front of their name, because that's what they are. They're big Ds. We got one. Dick Durbin.
Durbin.
He's a big D, but he does fly the D. He does fly the D.
Sure, he doesn't take it.
He might take it, but he does. He does fly the D. He is a Democrat. It's not like he is a Republican who stays on the D side of the pool.
No, this is getting worse.
I know. This is great.
It's because we like to make fun of Turbin Durbin.
We do. Welcome back, Andy. Welcome back. So what was you with Meghan Markle? And kind of, is that like the chick that the dude did the what with?
Yeah. And
they got married?
Yeah. That's what he
So that's her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't know. Oh, the Duchess of...
Stop.
I'm sorry.
The Duchess of Sussex.
Yes, the Duchess of Sussex.
You're not good with words.
I'm not either.
That's why you let him do it.
English as a first language, it sucks.
It's what everybody else from around the world says. It's the hardest language to learn.
It is, because we have words like to.
Hmm?
Spell it.
Which one?
Exactly. That's my freaking point. And then not only that, we got these what we like to call, the silent letters that don't do anything. You know.
Oh my God, yeah.
We got knife. Oh yeah, you don't spell it knife. Hook it on Pahonix working for me, but if you use Pahonix, you can't even say Pahonix. You can't.
That was amazing.
You just went off.
Hook it on Pahonix working for me. No, it didn't. If you can't say Pahonix, using Pahonix, and it doesn't work. Knife.
You're
It's a silent
scaring
K.
our person.
I'm sorry. Anyway.
Excuse me?
It's the truth, man. You can't, you got silent letters, and you got,
And then you got letters that make the same noise, like Y and I
and then you got,
yeah.
and then you got like letters that poke other letters, like the E reaches around the S to point the I to poke the I, so it goes I. The letter people.
Oh yeah,
in
because
elementary
he's at
school,
the end of the word
yeah.
sentence, like sentence.
And then he,
Hey,
like
go tell
the
him
stripe.
Go tell him.
STRIPE. Well, in that one, the letter people, the E reaches around the P and pokes the I and makes the I go I. And it's just that's what the letter people taught me.
The letter people? Who are the letter people?
The letter people. I
Sounds
remember
like a really
letter
bad
people.
game.
In elementary school. That was one of the tools that they had when I was in elementary
there,
school
yeah.
for
I was just given a book
spelling
and, told good
and
luck.
pronunciations and whatnot. And it was very fun. It was very entertaining for me. Obviously, here I am 30 plus years later, and I still remember the letter people and how they exactly, it's like, ooh, it's a surprise. He got a little poke.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty then.
See, these are the things that just randomly float through my head, and I just got to express them to you and make you feel
uncomfortable.
Yes. And it's fun for me.
For only you.
It's fun for other people sometimes, too. Maybe.
That's what they say in court.
It's what?
Nothing at all.
She's picking on me. Surprise! Surprise!
It's not bad if I say surprise.
Exactly.
Or
just a tip.
Surprise!
Surprise! Anyway, so we're talking about Trump pardoning people.
Going back to that?
Going back to Trump and D'Souza and I don't know. Do you have any idea how many other people? I mean, I know there's a few others that he's been talking about.
He was talking about
Some
reducing
other guy and-
Rod Blagojevich's sentence.
Say that
And
again.
Rod Blagojevich.
I won right there. That was great.
You passed on the.
I did not
He's
think
like-
he would be
Germ?
able to say that twice
His,
as good as he did. That was
He's
good.
halfway through his prison term,
Yeah.
and Trump's talking about reducing it.
Yeah.
And there was another one
as
that
far
I
as I'm
heard.
concerned, he can just leave him in there. The man needs to learn his lesson.
Sorry.
Would that say I don't what?
I don't rate him.
Because you guys were all like thumbs up and yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what he's reacting to. I hope it is, because otherwise I just laughed at something
And
really bad.
what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Quit amusing yourself.
Sorry.
She got in trouble too. She was like one of the cooking.
Oh, Margaret Sanger. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember. I forgot
Something
her name.
Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. Okay, yeah. Stuart Little.
Yes,
Martha Stewart
the
Little.
mouse.
Yes, the mouse.
She got married to the mouse.
She did. That's how she got the
Martha
last name of
Stewart.
Stewart. Or
Yeah.
her mom married the mouse. I don't know.
Yeah, or
Who kissed the frog? Was that Martha Stewart or?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's always the Marthas.
It's always the Marthas.
No offense to Marthas out there.
Yeah, if you're a Martha, then
Ho ho.
we love you.
Yeah.
I believe he was looking at reducing her sentence too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones I remember.
I know there's a couple others, but to be honest with you, I have absolutely no recollection of whom they are.
Or incentive to look them up.
Yeah, I don't even care. One of the things that I had heard, and Mr. Ray brought this up, but he is probably not watching because if he had, I'm sure he would have told me by now. But he brought this up some dude that he was going to do something with in order to make it to where he would be able to testify in court about what has been going on, I guess, with either Obama or the Clintons.
Oh.
Some dude that did something in somewhere.
Helpful.
Yeah. I don't know.
You mean the Untouchables?
Yes, the Untouchables. You know, back in the day, you know,
because
they
you were talking
send one
about
of ours to the hospital, we send one of theirs to the morgue. That's the Chicago way. Sean Connery.
Yeah,
and no,
come
that
on.
was not a Sean Connery impersonation because I suck at Sean Connery.
I don't know what you're talking about.
you're talking about how do you
was
pronounce his
Bond.
name? DeSouza or
Yeah,
whatever.
Dinesh D'Souza.
With what
I
happened
just
to
said his name
him.
right.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
You're
You're evolving.
he made a mistake, gave him max penalty, blah blah blah. But then we have somebody who took federal computer equipment, hid it in their basement, wiped the files, killed people Americans in Benghazi.
Destroyed the hard drives after they had a federal subpoena to turn them over. But
Lied to
that's
Congress, lied to
okay.
the FBI, which are both federal offenses.
Yes.
Yep. And
But-
why she's not in prison, I have absolutely no idea. See, the people over here, we don't understand this crap either. We have no idea what the heck's going on. And I'll tell you what, and that's one of them things, too, that it annoys and ticks me off. One presidential promise that he has not attempted, at least at this point, to follow through with.
Well, I'm kind of wondering because there's been things going on with the FBI.
Yes.
Especially with Comey, a lot of them did not agree with what he did. They wanted him out, and there's things being brought out about things that have been running through there that aren't right.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they're going to try to get it organized, get it back on track, and then go after her.
I hope that they do.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things, I mean, in a matter of speaking, and I don't remember as far as the Attorney General goes, but, you got to have an FBI willing to do the investigation without prejudice, because it's supposed to, it's not supposed to be party politics when it comes to investigating. It is not supposed to be political, and that's one of the things that, Obama horribly did. And with, politicizing it and weaponizing it, which is, let's just face it, he should have been impeached for that. Because what is one of the things that Nixon did? He weaponized and politicized the IRS, and he got in trouble for it. Here you have a president that has done what he did. Nixon may have wrote the book on it with Whitewater. What was that called?
Watergate.
Yeah, Watergate. Whitewater. What was I thinking?
That's the Clintons.
Yeah, right. But he may have wrote the book, but Obama, he flat ran with it. He brought it to a whole new level, and the Clintons, whole new level. With weaponizing. Government entities and going after, conservative organizations, horribly so, So why he didn't get impeached or how he didn't get impeached, which that one I can kind of understand, at least with Obama. But he's no longer president. He should have been impeached. I can understand not going after him to prosecute him. That I can understand. Hillary should definitely be prosecuted. Hillary should never have been eligible. She wasn't eligible to become president in the first place.
Yeah. She shouldn't have been able. Shouldn't have been able to run.
Ask.
Yes, absolutely. Ask your question. Ask away, Andy. I, very much so. I give anybody, ask a question. If you guys have a question you want to ask about anything, you're not going to offend me. Not at all.
And we'll answer to our best of our knowledge.
Yep, and I will definitely answer to the best of my knowledge and give you as good of an explanation as I can give you. So definitely ask away. Feel free. You're definitely not going to offend me. And if we don't know,
we can look it up.
We can definitely look it up, find out, find something.
Try to get an answer.
Definitely try to get an answer to you. But yeah, because that's what we do. We come up with answers.
It's like this whole investigation on the Russian collusion has already cost taxpayers like $17 million.
Yeah, that's one of them things. I mean, it went from, over almost 2 years worth of investigating Trump, a good year and a half, of investigating him. Truth be told, good question, actually, Andy. Very good question. His question is there still race hate in America? And of which case, on a small level, in some areas, yes, there is. There is still race hate, racism. There still is. But one of the things that mainstream media is not going to tell you is the majority of racism actually comes more out of the other side. And of which case, because I am white, I cannot say that the majority of the racism nowadays comes out of black people. I can't say that because I'm white. But a lot of it, that's where it seems to come from, and I'm one of the types of people, it's based off of merit. I could care less about your color. I can care less about your religion. I can care less about anything. I really don't care. Judge somebody based off of their character, and not judge. I mean, that's a pretty harsh. Extreme. Yeah, that's a harsh, but it's, value somebody based off of their, I like that, value. That's pretty good. Yeah. Value somebody based off of their, their character. I very much am an advocate for Martin Luther King, with, his I Had a Dream, and his dream was a colorless society, and that's one of the best ways that we should do it, but with that, I am also not an advocate, nor am I a fan of suffrage. I'm not a fan of, what they do as to where they will pass up a better qualified person just so that this way they can give the stats and the statistics that say we're not, racist in the choosing of our management. Because a lot of times, because you have a certain quota you got to keep with, and that's racism of a different kind. Yeah. They don't like to acknowledge it of racism, but if I apply for a job or anybody applies for a job and they're passed up by somebody else just so they can meet a statistical quota based off of whomever is in that demographic, that is not right and that is not fair. But I mean, yeah, I'm sure that you are talking more of racism and, with as a typical racism type of a thing. And you do see that, but you don't see that near as bad as what the left would try to make you believe that you do. Now, of course, this is also coming from somebody who lives in, who lives in flyover Central Illinois, flyover America, Central Illinois, and of which case I don't live in the big cities. I haven't been, I have lived in St. Louis, which is the third, it's not the third, St. Louis is the third, as far as a populated city, but, so I mean, this is coming from somebody with limited experience, but I would probably go as far as to say most people have the same type of outlook on that, or at least we did until Obama. And truth be told, Obama did a lot to, really tear apart, how we felt about race in this country. I mean, it really did. It was very, very bad what he did for this nation. And it's not about his skin color. It's about his politics and what he did and how he did it, Andy says, I say it's all about personality, whether you're black, white, gay, straight, bi, fat, skinny. I was brought up to treat people how I want to be treated. And absolutely, and that's one of them things. I mean, too many people out here, they just, and I can't really say much. I mean, to some extent, I do the same thing as far as, you just, profiling somebody, and profiling is wrong, Ron White humor right there, but, I know black people. I've got some gay friends. I've got some straight friends. I've got some bi friends. I've got, skinny friends and some fatter friends than me. 'Cause I'm fluffy. I am fluffy.
And I'm obviously a minimoy.
You're a skinny.
I'm a skinny.
You're a go eat something woman.
I do eat though. Well, when I remember.
You know, and that's the thing that's actually kind of sad. I mean, I don't actually eat that much. I mean, I look like I'm a fat kid.
Me.
I know, and it's horrible. I wish I could eat what my weight says I eat. Because I like food, I just can't eat a lot of it. It's horrible.
Like what? You ate like 2 burgers and you were completely full?
No, actually, yesterday I had 3.
Wow.
I know.
All right.
I had 4.
Fuck yeah. I mean, I go to a buffet and my skinny friends have like 4 plates, and I have 2.
Yeah, it's like you know, my friend Tim.
Yeah.
You know, and he's the same way.
Yeah,
he doesn't eat a whole lot because there have been times like me and him get together, we order a couple of pizzas, and I eat one on my own, and Tim's like got maybe 2 or 3 slices and he's done.
Mm-hmm. And like you took me to a Chinese buffet with you, and I had like what 7 plates of full-on food, and then I had like 3 plates of dessert, and you had like 1 plate of real food, and then like a cookie. And you were so mad at me.
I was pissed.
You were like, "How are you?"
I went there freaking hungry, and
Yeah,
then
you
I sat
hadn't
down, and
eaten all day.
no, I hadn't. And then I sat down, and I'm like, you know.
It frustrates us too.
Yeah, it's frustrating. There are too many judgmental people in this world, and it frustrates me. And you know what? It very much frustrates me too. You know, it's just it's very frustrating. And I'm going to be honest with you. You know, it's one of them things. I don't understand racism. You know, and I don't understand, you know, with people being judgmental over somebody's size, sex. Did I say 6 or sex? I don't know. About somebody's size, their sex, their, you know, their color, their, you know, anything. I don't understand why somebody could hate somebody off of a skin color. It's like that makes no sense to me.
A lot of that, I think, is ignorance.
Yeah.
I think it's just ignorance.
And then, you know, that's one thing too. This is funny because, you know, I'm white. There has been times in my life I have looked more Mexican than Gabriel Iglesias, which was absolutely hilarious.
I've seen those pictures.
Yeah.
Yep. I tan very well, you know, and I did. I had a month, maybe a month and a half that I worked at Six Flags. I was outside under the sun baking all day long, and it was great because it's like roll back the sleeves and you see how white it is now. Yep, you can see that.
God.
And it was, I was dark. I was Mexican up here, and I was
down there.
Yeah, well, up if it's up, and then anyway, I was, you know, Mexican from here down, and then I was powder up here.
Powder.
You know, and it's just
even white.
It wasn't even
Powder.
white. I was powder, and it was hilarious. You know, but I got pictures of me. Basically, I look Mexican. You know, but. Yeah, but me as a truck driver, you know, whenever I'm out on the road, and a lot of times, because I've worked for several different companies, and, you know, there's a lot of so many different people driving trucks. You know, the diversity in that field is amazing. You know, so you go to a truck stop, you go to a, you know, anywhere, you know, and there's a lot of black people, a lot of Mexicans, a lot of...
What are you doing?
Arabs, a lot of.
That was how you did Arabs?
He did this, and I'm like, Halo.
Yeah, you know,
Talking
Master
about video
Chief.
games
You know,
also?
Master Chief was there. You know, but yeah, and I tell you what, I find it, and this isn't an aspect. Okay, I'll call it as it is. I don't think of it as racism because I just think of it as, you know, there are cultural differences between black people, white people, Mexicans. There's cultural differences between them.
Heritage.
Yes, and exactly. It's not racism; it's heritage, and there's cultural differences. You know.
But
you know, I love one of the stereotypes of, you know, black people love chicken and watermelon. Well, yeah, they like chicken and watermelon. Everybody likes chicken and watermelon because it's amazing.
Watermelon?
Watermelon.
You said watermelon.
Whatever. Anyway,
and you're welcome for answering your question.
And I think it would be safe to say that we are still, most people here are still fairly united.
Oh yeah.
But we still have those people who segregate, continue on diversity.
Yeah.
Where they call themselves African American or Asian American or whatever American.
Don't judge.
American.
And it's like, well, if you were born here, you're American. There shouldn't be anything else added to
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. Like we can't say European American.
That's like me saying I'm a Slavic American.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I am a Heinz 57. You know, my ancestors got kicked out of, you know, every single country on the face of the planet, and we wound up here. You know, I've got Canadian in my blood, Scottish, Norwegian. You know, I'm Slavic too. Slavic. Did I say that right?
Slavic, yeah.
Scandinavian. You know, but I've got all that in my blood too. I am a, you know, I'm a typical Heinz 57. I got a little bit of everything in me. You know, but yeah, I mean, like I was saying, when I was out on the road, I actually will end up talking to more black people than I do white people when I'm out on the road. You know, and honestly, black people are more upfront and willing to talk to you. And that's more or less what it amounts to. You know, I mean, it's not a racist thing. That's just a difference in the culture. You know, black people are more apt to talk to you than white. We're hiding something.
We're hiding.
White people hide. You know, we're quiet. We're contemplating killing something or somebody. Or, you know, that's what it is. We're thinking and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, black people are more open, willing to talk to people.
I'm less apt to talk to strangers sometimes.
And I'll talk to anybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
I love talking to people.
You took me to Walmart once, and not sponsored, but you took me there.
What'd you say? Not a sponsor?
Not sponsored.
Oh, yeah, not a sponsor.
Not
That was
sponsored.
good. That was great.
That was
Very
good.
High five.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
That was a
But,
here we
yeah,
go.
you know, there we go. Okay.
But you walked up to this lady and was like, "How you doing?" And she goes, "I'm okay." And you just talked to her for like a half hour. And then we walked away. She said, "Bye, stranger." And I'm like, "Wait, you didn't know her?"
Nope, no clue who she was.
And I was talking to her like, "Oh, she's one of Ho-Ho's friends. I'll talk to her." No, I told her things about me, and I was like, "What?"
I was going to say, I hope we answered his question to his satisfaction.
We answered it to the best of
But yeah,
our
I mean,
knowledge.
to an extent, yes, there is still racism here,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's definitely not as bad as what mainstream media would like to have you bad.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of them things too that you see mainstream media promote the worst of the human experience.
Yeah.
You know, Ferguson was all about diluting. You know, in which case, how can you be mad about not having jobs in your community whenever you decide to go all batshit crazy and loot and vandal every single business that would give you a job, and then you turn around and bitch, moan, and complain because there's no jobs in your community? Those are the people that I freaking hate, because that's a level of ignorance that goes beyond stupidity. Those type of people I hate. Don't care about the color. You know, those type of people I hate. And hate is a strong word, but it is the ignorance and stupidity that I hate. Not the person or the individual, but it is the stupidity and the ignorance that I hate. You know.
That was a pathetic high five.
You know,
I agree with you there, Andy.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a midget, and I couldn't.
Hobbit.
I'm gonna hurt you. Love you. After I hit him.
I'm just one of them people. I love people. I love talking to people. I like finding out things about people. I like, you know, having a conversation. There was one time, and it was hilarious. I walked into Walmart, you know, not a sponsor, and there's a lot of things. I went into Walmart one time. I kid you not. I went in the front door, went over to the customer service area just to cash a check, and I ran into 20 freaking people that I knew and had many conversations with every one of them.
Yeah.
I was annoyed. Quick trip, in, out. And something that only should have taken me 3 minutes.
Took you about 30, 40.
Took me about 30 or 40 minutes because I ran into 20 freaking people that I knew and said hi to.
We went there before, and we were literally grabbing 2 things. And we were there for 3 hours almost. And I was so annoyed, and I just kept putting stuff in the cart.
And then I walked outside, and I'm like, I don't think I got
and you
either
forgot
of the
the
things that
we
I
were
actually,
supposed to be there for. Yeah, we
I didn't
got
grab
random stuff.
Yeah, we just grabbed random things, but we did
we were
not grab what I
distracted.
went there to get.
And then we had to go back in, and then it took us an hour, maybe half hour.
Yeah.
Because you were like, and then you're like, and then we went back at the car. You still forgot something. You're like, can you go grab that?
Yeah, I did. I'm like, I'm not going back in there.
I'm like, thank God.
I am
I'll
not
be right back.
subjecting myself
and what?
to that.
It took me like 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like,
But
I
this-
don't know people. Yay.
Yeah, but this one time, I kid you not, I walked in there and I seen a guy sit, you know, an older gentleman sitting on the bench. You know, my wife is shopping and I'm just going to sit here and be a people watcher bench. And I walked in there, you know, and I sat down to this guy and I probably talked to him for, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes. And then I realized I actually did know the guy. I was just sitting down to a random stranger because I felt like sitting down to a random stranger. Come to find out, 30 or 40 minutes into the conversation, I actually knew the guy. And then I continued to talk to another, 15, 20 minutes. It was great.
Is that why you sent us to Walmart today to grab stuff?
That's exactly why I sent you to Walmart today, because I'm like, I'm not subjecting myself to that. This
and
is
we had
Saturday.
to go back, what, 3 times?
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
But that was because it was a bad. You're only going this far, but it takes 14 feet of cable to do it. What in the world?
I know, right?
I mean, really, like this is like what, 5 feet?
From the
7
desk?
feet is
Yeah.
perfectly fine. Why does it take 14 feet of cable to go 5 feet?
Because
I have
they
no
didn't have a
freaking
10.
idea.
Yeah, because I went to get you that cable, and the one I got you was 7 foot and was a special. Well, hey, it's saving some money.
Yeah. It was really cheap.
It was still short.
It was still short.
Still short.
Yeah, so I had to go back and get the 14-foot one.
Yeah. Redonkulous. Redonkulous. Well, what's my next thing on here? Let's see here. North Korea and the letter is what I put in here.
I heard about it, but I haven't read anything up on
I
it.
haven't heard about it, so indulge me.
Well, North Korea sent an ambassador. Let me...
That watermelon,
Close
every
and-
time you go to that page, it was just great. It's angry watermelon.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah. Get ready for the World's Largest Orgy. I still got that up.
Oh, my God.
There we go. I'll close that one now. Ooh, volcano. Yay. Okay.
Ooh,
what am I
volcano,
doing?
Yay.
NOCO.
NOCO in the letter. I just love them kids' facial expressions right there. Let's see. Poop transplant.
I disagree. I'd rather be a hermit and not know many people. I think I have 10 friends. That might be a stretch. 10 friends that I actually enjoy talking to.
I'd rather be a hermit, not get a poop transplant.
I don't want a poop transplant at all. I can poop just fine on
What
my
am
own.
I talking about? North Korea and the letter.
NOCO.
Okay. Yeah, see?
That's the
there's
third
your
time
picker.
he's asked what I'm
See
talking
that?
about NOCO.
See that picker?
Yeah.
Why is that a gigantic envelope?
That
is a giant envelope.
That is a
don't
giant
want one.
envelope. And, I
Kim Jong
guess...
jumps out of it and goes, surprise!
Surprise! Person. Anyway.
Surprise person.
Well, I didn't want to say what I was going to say.
I know, because it almost came out of my
I
mouth,
know,
too.
right? So, but yeah, I mean, I guess the mainstream media, it's better to have than not have enough. What?
I'm still a hermit.
Oh, okay.
I'm lost.
What?
You want to know what we were going to say?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have known that.
Yeah, you should have known that. I shouldn't have had to wrote it down.
Exactly. How could you not know that?
I'm literally running off of maybe 5 hours of sleep, if that.
So, headline, this one comes from Vanities. Kim Jong-un makes Trump's day with a giant envelope. And this envelope is, like his facial expression right here says, huge.
Huge. It was huge.
That's a great facial expression, too. I mean, that's funny.
Gospel.
But, of course, you got the tweeter people that are like, hey, this is Kim Jong-un was making a huge slam against how small Trump's hands are. And it's like, only that gal from Deuce Bigelow would not make that letter, or would not have small hands next to that letter.
Yeah.
Okay, you know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know what you're
talking
talking about.
You
I
know,
don't.
you know my reference.
Yeah.
She was really, really huge.
She was huge.
She was huge.
She was huge.
She was a giant.
Yeah.
That's a big woman.
Big what? Were you
She was a big woman.
The way you pronounced that didn't sound like a. No, Gavin, the show is not almost
I heard that
done.
over
I heard the truck go by.
That was great.
I'm going to run out and yell at him.
Shut up, man. I'm recording the show.
I
We're
love
doing
how-
the show.
I love how our kid decides to tell me, hey, is the show almost done? Maybe, actually.
Actually, yeah, we're getting close.
Okay. We're almost done.
And so there you have it.
Betty's
A
hungry.
world divided. I have no idea. Anyway. Oh, yeah, that's why you're talking about that. Yeah, shush.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway.
shush, Gavin.
North Korea, a letter.
Ah. He's probably hungry or something.
Are you hungry? Did you eat pizza?
He ate pizza, but I don't know if he's hungry again.
What time is it? Holy crap, it's like 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It might be
Holy
why he's
cow.
hungry again.
You know what? I gotta urinate.
Oh, God. Why was that on air? Why?
Here, fill the cup.
Don't, no, give me the...
Yeah, people on People watching are like, "Oh my God, he's gonna do it."
He would too. If I hadn't have done something, he probably would have. He'd probably be like, done,
Oh.
puts cup down.
Empty bottle there.
No.
There's an empty bottle.
No, stop taking
And it's empty.
You're grounded.
I wish I had like a cup of Mountain Dew close to me. I could just pour it in the glass and then be like,
And then chug
red
it.
liquid came down, yellow liquid came back. Ta-da!
Oh.
It's magic. Do you believe in
Dude,
magic?
you'll have to do that someday. Like, whenever Wade forgets about this little bit, then you'll
From
be
a young
like...
girl's heart.
From a young girl's heart.
Yeah, I don't know the rest of it.
Don't
even know it.
I'm pretty sure that's not in the song.
I am still hanger. You're a hanger? Okay.
You're a hanger.
I'm hangry.
Do you... Well,
You're bad at
Learn
spelling.
to spell, son.
He's like, I'm hangry.
He's a... I am still hanger.
I am now hanger.
I am now
identify-
a hanger.
You're good. We
This
did
is
look at
my-
the picture, and he did not look like that. He's
Hey.
a lot more...
Sorry.
Yeah,
I have a lot more hair than
Yeah,
Murray does.
He's got a lot more hair than Murray does.
Maybe the facial structure.
Although
but
in the face, I got to
Yeah.
give it to you. In the
And the big
face, I can
nose.
see resemblance. you
Yeah,
know, but
there's a smidgen of resemblance.
You've definitely got more hair.
Yeah, he
Then
does not
Murray,
have a
yeah.
receiver. They're words. That sounded really creepy.
That was great. That was great. And going back to the letter.
Back to the...
Yes, what did this letter say?
By the way, this is bad.
I don't know.
Has it not been released yet?
Not as of yet. At least not from what I have seen on this. Not of yet. Okay, not as of yet.
Okay.
He was like, which, I mean, come on. I mean, this was hand-delivered by a dude from another country. You know, there is certain protocols in place
Yeah.
that they, you know, have to test it,
And
make sure
maybe-
that it's not filled with, you know, black plague or anything like that. So, I mean, there are things the Secret Service has to, you know.
My name is First.
First what?
First Derpy, that's it. First Derp. There we go. Love you, Gavin. I swear.
I said yes to what's up.
You did say yes? Oh, God. I'm a horrible human. I swear I love you and I raise you as my own. You are my squish. Hello.
What? Hello, Nexus.
We're going to call you In. Inif. I don't know how to pronounce that.
What is it, somebody else?
Yeah, he said hello.
Well, hello, sir. Wait,
Jazz
what?
hands.
Huh? But yeah, so you know, the diplomat came from North Korea with a letter. English is a first language, sir.
I can't even see it from this far.
You know,
Sorta.
I can't read.
Your face.
Finn. We'll call you Finn. Finn is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
like Finn. We shall use that.
I love you, Gavin. I swear.
She's lying, dude.
I'm not lying. If I didn't love him, would I have stayed this long?
You are the same kid as Dad.
That is rude.
So
And I
Andy
would
says
not-
that Trump is meeting with Kim Jong-un on June 12th to
Yes.
reveal content of the letter. Okay,
Yeah.
well, cool.
It's gonna explode. Just
And I knew
confetti.
that they were supposed to have a meeting in June 12th.
Yes,
I knew
that
was
I
happening.
didn't know. I know the first one, I think they pulled out of it because basically Trump was like, there's shenanigans going on, and he's like, we're not even going to do this now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, backed out of it. And then Kim's like, okay, well, I guess he is serious about this, so I better get my shit together and do this.
I think he was worried
And
that,
then-
Trump was going to send Mattis over to talk to him. Mad dog.
Because Mattis doesn't know how to use words.
He pushes.
No, he's just like, I'm pleading with you with tears in my eyes.
But mess with him,
I will kill you all.
and he will kill you all. You know, that's one of them things, and I know that I don't know if I did it on this show or if Gatton did it on the Machine Radio show, but the quotes of Mr. Mattis over the years.
yeah, we did it on the
Oh,
machine.
yeah,
we did
absolutely.
like the top
top
10
quotes.
or 15 quotes of
Yeah.
Mattis.
And I tell you what, you know, and that's one of the things too. I thought it was funny. I was listening to another radio show, and he had a a helicopter pilot that his name was Mad Dog. And he said he earned his name.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, because the names aren't just something that you give yourself.
Yeah.
They are given to you by the other people in your unit.
Yeah.
I'd be an angry midget.
And so you don't... Did that come out of my mouth? Was that my inside voice? But anyway.
You mean outside?
Yeah, that too. But yeah, it's one of them things that you earn your name. And he was like, he knew how he was. So if Mattis had that name, he could only imagine some of the stuff that he had done. And how he, you know, how he conducted himself. So,
you know, one of Trump, or not Trump, one of Mattis's quotes that I take to heart, that I really put into practice, especially in my job, is be polite, be professional, but have a plan to kill everybody you meet.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You know, and with the type of job that you have, absolutely. You know, you've got to have that level of situational awareness. You know.
Yeah.
Like friends, close friends, no, but
No, yeah.
random people that like, oh hello, I am here to check in.
Well, and that's one of the things. You never know somebody else's intentions, what somebody else, you know, you never know what they're going through, what may happen, and you have to be prepared. You know, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. You know, and that's an aspect of that.
See,
you know?
nicknames are given by the unit, not the person themselves. It's a cool nickname though. I'd be okay being called Shark.
That's awesome. Let's see, Andy, Trump is supposed to be making a deal with Kim Jong-un over nuclear weapons, and yes, that one I did hear, because I know that they are, Trump is wanting complete denuclearization. I think China has definitely threatened them because of what had happened in the mountain region to the north.
Yep.
So, yeah. And Finn said, yes, I got the name Shark from my unit. Got them messed up teeth. I got some messed up teeth, too.
I do too. I have one right now.
I got no wisdom teeth either. I lost my wisdom.
I have one. I got a tooth pulled back here and actually grew in great, and I don't think I'm going to have to get that one pulled at least. I have one going in here and here. I just smacked myself like that.
You did? You smacked yourself? I seen that.
Shh!
Yeah.
Don't point it out to the audience.
She smacked herself.
Hey.
Oh, wait, she's down there.
Anyway,
what was the next thing? Trump tariffs. Nah, we're not going to worry about that. I might catch that later. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show.
Yeah, we're going to feed a child now.
We're going to feed a child.
We might even feed our own faces.
We might even feed our own
hungry.
faces.
Hang on.
I could go for some. Yeah.
Wait.
We're
We're still. Yeah. Just wait.
Calm yourself.
Sit.
So anyway, thank you guys very much for... Andy says you guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys like the show. This should be going on...
A lot of things.
Yeah, kind of everything. You know, we do news, politics, and...
ADD moments.
Yes. A little bit of everything.
That was
And
loud.
gravity. That was loud. That was holy
You
crap.
scared me.
All right. Matt.
Yes, sir.
Andy has a question. He said, do they have a show?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I actually am getting ready to start up my own show. Mine's not on the political end. Mine's all about geeky stuff. So if you're into electronics, new age gadgets, movies,
Yep.
stuff along those sides.
And in the beginning parts of your show, or I guess his show for now is going to be available through Spreaker, Spreaker.com, the Green Dragon's Inn, and that will be how you can find him on the Spreaker. And there is an app for that, which is very, very awesome. Easy to navigate app.
I do have Twitter account,
Yeah.
Facebook, and I am on Snapchat. So you can join me on all three of those platforms too.
Kick ass,
And
kick ass.
yeah, Green Dragon. But yes, he allowed me to be a host because that's how much he loves me.
And
Actually,
he does have an episode out now.
Yeah.
But there is more coming, and he'll be getting those underway very soon, I am sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I had a little break there because I was having some issues. Because I am a co-host on another show, I'm used to talking with another person. So when I started mine, and I'm by myself, I felt like an idiot.
Right. Well, it's hard to just basically have a conversation.
Yeah. And go back and like I would
microphone,
record some
you know.
and go back and through them and listen to it, and I'm like, I sound like an idiot. I'm going
What's
to
your
delete that.
Snapchat? He wants to know.
Oh, my Snapchat? I believe it's the Green Dragons Inn.
The Green Dragons Inn?
The Green Dragons Inn.
Okay. The Green Dragons Inn is pretty much, I know that's the name on your Facebook, the name on your Spreaker.
Do you add back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah. Because I knew you were having problems talking to yourself, and I had qualms about going on. Because...
Qualms, that's a good word. I like that word.
Oh, yes, a big word, too. Proud of me. I'm so proud. I graduated high school. I had to think about that. I'm not so proud I had to think about that, but yeah, I had qualms going on at first, and then I'm like, well, you need the help. I'll happily co-host, and especially if you can't post an episode.
Well, you also
take
you
care of
have
it.
a lot of the same interests that I do too.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
I am a geek. A woman geek.
What?
You mean you're a woman?
Excuse
She
me?
said that like we didn't know.
I didn't know I was a woman. Oh my goodness, now I know.
That sounded better in your head, didn't
Yeah, it sounded way better in your head, didn't it? Ho ho.
No, it made perfect sense in my head.
Yeah, exactly, but it came out and didn't sound...
it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you specified. I'm a geek. I'm a woman geek.
Well, there's not a lot of
I mean,
female geeks out there.
Have you been to Comic-Con?
No, I want to go so bad because I want to be
Actually,
actual
me too,
women.
because I've never been to
A
Comic-Con.
lot of times they live stream Comic-Con. You can
Really?
watch it. Yeah.
It froze. His
What
Snapchat
froze?
froze.
Oh,
Oh, I got something in my...
that's horrible.
We're all geeks inside. Yes.
Yes,
Well, and
we
that's
are all
what
geeks inside.
and that's one of my quotes. My quote for my radio show, and I use it a lot, is "We are all geeks for something."
Yes. And very, very, very much truth in that, So, ladies and gents, I do thank you very much for joining and for tuning in. You know what? I have not ADD again. ADD moment.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, we're good. All right, so. So much delay on that. That
I
is great.
know.
Anyway.
I know it's wigged me out watching it.
That's why I was like so upset that you left it up. Yeah, there we go. It's
Yeah, see, now you can't see it. So, yes, thank you guys for joining in and, being part of the show. And tune in next week. I don't know if it will be Saturday or Sunday. It just depends on how my work week goes. So, I really have no
he
idea.
wants you to write your name in chat. Your Green Dragons in on Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the stream froze. Okay,
Oh,
hold on.
crap.
Oh, that sucks. Hold on. You know what? Let's...
Un momento.
In un momento, por favor. Okay, well,
1 second.
it doesn't look like
Or
I
one
can
moment,
actually unstream it or unfreeze it from this end. It looks like it's up on this end. It does look like I have an issue right now with Periscope.
I didn't know you were going to tap that.
But, okay, let me go ahead and write this in. Okay, it is...
He's getting his phone. Hurry up, get
Yeah.
his phone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Back.
Yeah,
Green
I believe it's the
Dragon-
Green Dragons Inn.
Is there an S after dragons?
It's I think apostrophe S.
Denata. Apostrophe S? Oh.
Yeah.
You can put an apostrophe in it?
I think so. Well, I'm going to grab my phone. I got to make sure that way you can actually find me. So.
Oh, I just farted and it was amazing. Ooh. It was warm. That was so weird. All right, but let me verify
Yeah,
that.
we're
He's
gonna double
grabbing his
check
phone
it.
right quick. I don't want to give you guys bad info.
My friends.
Actually, I don't even think I'm friends with you on Snapchat.
Yeah, you are. I got
I
you on
am?
there. Hmm.
Really? Well, hell, I could have
I think
checked
it's
my phone then.
it's Jared.
That's what I'm doing.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Oh, wait. That's my out. No results. Okay, so he said he typed that in and no results. Okay, so we're...
Do you know where you're going on there? Because if not, you probably need to give me the phone.
I'll end up blocking you, knowing my luck. end up hitting a button and just be going off my thing. I'm like, oh.
No, that's not it.
That's your phone.
Yeah, I don't know where your phone is. Go find
Hold
it.
on. I know where it's at. It's on the table.
Well, you could have said that when I asked.
I can hear you ask.
Very loudly, in fact.
Hey, one Snapchat friend added me. Cool.
Cool. I don't have.
Oh, cool.
Oh God, no! Oh, how did you hear that on there? Okay. Put the headphones back on. And then I just hear my kids saying I'm fat. in the
Okay, well,
background.
actually, no, I do not have.
I don't know either.
I don't have him on my Snapchat. I don't have you on my Snapchat, sir.
No, it's okay. No trouble. Rumble.
No, yeah, it's not a problem. Not at all.
Ooh.
I'm looking at my Snapchat right now, and I am
Glad
not.
we have a follower. Yeah.
Right on.
Like, rather go through the trouble to get a new listener. That sounds fun.
How many freaking people do I have on here? Oh, these
You
ain't
have
people I have
me.
on here.
Because you're
These
forced.
are add friends.
Yeah,
Not
those are-
adding
I'm
friends.
sorry. It is the Green Dragon's Inn, but it's done differently.
Oh, gee. What'd you do, Matt?
Oh, okay, so he added this all kinds of weirdly.
Sorry.
Duh.
Did you seriously space it?
No.
You dashed it.
I dashed it.
Underscored it.
didn't.
You
Underscored it.
underscored
Yeah,
it.
I underscored it.
What's
It's all.
wrong with you?
I like to be unique.
No, not yet. You can wait.
Okay, here we go, guys. The Green
it does look
Dragon's
neat.
Inn with underscores in between. So, that is his name on there.
Do I even have that?
What?
Am I following that one, or do I? What?
No, I just changed it because it used to be something else, and I adapted it to my radio show.
Oh, then I just have you nicknamed as.
You probably
Matt.
have me nicknamed on there.
Okay, sorry. I'm so helpful. you know what? Shut up, ho ho. Oh, and that's if he wants to look up M_Vacker, that'll also lead them to the same thing. M_Vacker. VACKER. Yeah, there you go. There's another in case you can't find it.
All right, so there we go. Woohoo! All right. Well, Andy, did you get that one? Just wanting to make sure before we bug out of here
before
that you
we
got
leave
that.
you, yeah.
That you found him and got that.
Or he'll get a little notification. This random person from the UK wants to connect. And he'll be like, is that you, Eddie?
Ends time. What?
What?
And then?
And then?
Woohoo! All right. So then this one time.
There was this one time.
This one time at church camp. We won't do church camp stories.
Can you not still find it?
Oh.
Can you be
Did you try
added?
the M_Vacker?
Yeah. And can you be found by random people?
That might be a problem.
Hang on.
Let me check. Where's that at?
In
I don't know.
Settings and that, and then you go into your. Never mind. There it is.
I found him. He just come on.
He added you as a friend. You had to
Yeah.
look at it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I found him.
Except. Who are those?
Yep, I just accepted.
All right. Awesome.
Okay.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, I thank you guys very much. And y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. I should be able to up and going again. You know, back in the saddle on this. It has been 3 weeks. I was definitely going through withdrawals. So,
That
but
sounds
yes,
really
going
bad.
going back again. So, y'all have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you much. Good night. Sleep tight. And if the bed bugs bite, then by golly, bite
Punch him
them
in the
back.
face.
You guys rock.
You can definitely punch him in the face too.
Yeah, attack. Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. You're awesome.
If we forget what we did, we won't know who we are.